Hello, and welcome to today's episode of Layla The Vampire Slayer, where I've got everyone in the wrong boxes. I'll solve that in a second. So, welcome back to Roll4It. We're your favorite YouTube streamers.
How do you do that every single time?
It's not every single time. It's like 1 in 4.
I'm fine.
Been the last 2 in a row, though, I think.
No, it wasn't. I didn't do it yesterday. I got yesterday perfect.
No. Layla, last Layla.
Maybe.
You got the most important one, right?
Yeah.
Is yours right, Barnaby? Or
No, mine.
Maybe.
No, mine's right too. So it's really.
Yeah.
What? Okay, I could be Robert.
Body swap episode. I'm still waiting for that one.
Oh, don't
When's
worry.
our body swap episode?
I've got a lot of interesting things on the table. Don't worry. So, welcome. Announcements. We have a big announcement. That is in 2 weeks' time, minus a day, so Saturday, 2 weeks. We're starting a new D&D mini-campaign GM'd by our lovely Margaret Crone, which will be Next Hammond's Temple, which is a hard level 10 dungeon crawl thing. It doesn't help that in the Discord earlier today, some of the players were discussing how, we've picked totally suboptimal character creation options. That's fine. Because Maggie said especially this will be difficult.
How willing is Maggie to allow creative solutions to problems? Because that's what suboptimal character choices tend to result in.
There are multiple ways to solve the problems. Think of it as like an Indiana Jones style thing. He doesn't always do the best thing, right? Like, because that's the whole what I'm like inspired by is the Indiana Jones series. So like think of that, but in like a dungeon crawl D&D session. So it won't be all like super serial all the time, but
my character only really has one way of solving problems.
And puzzles and stuff like that.
Why did it have to be snakes?
Well, there might be snakes.
Uh-oh. Good.
That makes complete sense. It's UNT. Because it's Mesoamerica.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. I sent EE like an inspiration photo for because he's making like the layout for like our show like this, like we have right here. Or he might not be making it. I don't know if he's making it or
I'm going to try and knock something up together, and if it's not good enough, then we'll actually get someone who knows what they're doing to do it.
Okay. So I had to send him over some inspo art, and he was like, "This is cool." I was like, "All right, sweet."
It is
I think
cool.
Bentham might have seen it as well, because I think I put it in that chat.
It's cool.
Yeah. So that's like
Yeah.
the inspo art for basically everything. But I have like a lot of art references. If you guys saw my like DM notes from last time, I had like a lot of art stuff. I'm inspired by art. I'm a visual person sometimes, so it helps whenever you're like, I'm looking for this thing, and then you're like, ooh, okay, I like that from that photo and that from that photo.
That's a super legit strategy.
Yeah, so if you're ever
Maggie
in a
creates
rut,
things via Pinterest.
yes, Pinterest is really good.
It's dangerous.
Yeah, you'll just end up like down a loop that just never ends. It's same with YouTube and cats.
That's fair. I did create a little thing on my Discord recently, which is just cute animals, and it's the most popular now thing on my Discord.
I've
Everyone
had
just
that
talks
from
and
the
gifs.
beginning,
Yeah,
and it gets used a lot.
So announcements are over with. There's no other announcements I know of. No one supporting this episode, is there, Bentham?
Wait, crap. I forgot for once. Hold on, let me check. There might be.
Yesterday you said, "Oh, of course I said. I never forget. This is why." And I'm like, "Okay, cool."
Well, this is the first time
usually is
ever.
pretty
That's
good.
changed. This is episode 6, right?
Yeah.
Today's episode is supported by Draco Malfoy, apparently.
Thank you, Draco
He's a big
Malfoy.
fan.
And we don't forget
He
you.
put
We don't
Draco
forget you.
Malfoy.
Like, he was just Draco. He's now added to his name, so...
Oh my god, that's great. Thanks, Draco.
Well, there might be snakes. So, in which case there is a Slytherin
Oh,
connection.
it all comes full circle.
There we go.
Wait, are there going to be
Important
snakes on
question.
here?
Do you think snakes are nope ropes or puppy noodles?
What?
They're tube
Nope
cats.
rope
Nope
or
rope.
puppy noodle?
Tube cats.
Tube cats. They're definitely
Tube
tube
cats.
cats.
Two cats
Two
or
cats.
long
That's
cats.
legitimate.
Everything is a cat. It's just how you look at it. So, announcements done with. Time for shilling. You can support the show, of course, on patreon.com/Roll4It, which allows us to actually pay our cast to, feed their cats, or pay for vet bills, or buy more cacti.
I just want to say a huge thank you to you guys because it does really allow us to do some cool things on our show. I've been on a couple other channels and they're not able to pay their cast, and it's definitely come up a lot. So I think the fact that we're able to pay everybody on the show is huge. So thank you, just huge thank you, big mucho thank you, because we were talking on another channel. And they were like, "Oh, we should unionize all of the role players and stuff." They're trying to come up with something like this. I was like, "I don't know, that's a good idea," but So
yeah, there are some shows that can't, and there are some shows that just don't. And I'm
there
glad
are
that
some shows that can, that
yeah,
that are not, and that was why this conversation had come up. And I was like,
It's problematic as fuck.
"Yeah, it's really
So,
interesting."
hi, welcome to the Good Guy Show, where we both are able to, because of your absolutely fantastic support,
'Cause of you
and
guys, so
do,
thank you.
instead of just hoarding the money in a pile and then just smothering ourselves in it and then just rolling. Can we do that? I want to do that.
Scrooge McDucking.
Yeah.
Got it.
Well, maybe not
No,
with the
but-
coins,
if we
because that
all
would
put
hurt.
all
Dive into the money,
Yeah.
you just smash into it's just a metal floor. It's not as fun as it sounds.
Question: are we talking about real money or are we talking about kittens as currency? Because
I'm not jumping onto kittens.
Swimming
Oh,
into
God.
kittens. That sounds scratchy.
It's a
Yeah, so let
recipe
me know when
for
we're
5,000
unionizing.
cuts.
I could use medical benefits.
I mean, I'm happy to try and do a cure wounds on you as part of our medical benefit, but that's as far as the medical benefits go. You can roll a d8 and pretend you feel that much better.
Let's see. Rolling D8 right now.
How much better do I feel?
How much better do I? Hey, do you roll?
Eh.
I feel averagely better.
I
I need to
was
top that.
4 better.
I was gonna go with lay on hands. I was wait, no, that's problematic. No, cure wounds. That's far less problematic.
People can consent to lay on hands. You can be like, "Can I lay on hands?" And you can be like, "Yes."
Please touch me.
Lay on hands. I assume it's on a shoulder. What is
Sorry,
your
that's really
version?
awkward because
To be fair, Cure Wounds is a touch spell, so
Yeah, but lay on hands is
Either way.
you lay on hands as opposed to touch spell, which is just you feel better. Lay on hands
I
is
thought you were
okay.
focusing on the lay bit.
Yeah, he really is.
Just saying, next time we meet up here.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
frozen? No?
What are you
Okay.
guys doing?
I was thinking that, but he blinked. So
That's the giveaway. I can't stop that. Of course, thank you.
Oh my god, one time somebody mentioned that you were blinking a lot, and then I couldn't stop watching you blink a lot. It was insane.
It's
Yep.
because I stare at monitors all day and there's pollen around and I'm normally tired. So it's a
You
very
were like-
potent comment. It's a
I
very
was like, oh my god, he's blinking so
no,
much.
I
I was noticing that with myself
because
as
it always
well.
happens towards the end of the day and there's monitors and there's pollen and I'm tired. I do blink a lot when I'm on the show because it's the end of the day. I feel like Bill Clinton denying having an affair. There's just so
I
much
didn't
blinking.
do it.
I
had no
didn't. I
relation.
did not have sexual relations with that woman.
I think he's saying torture in Morse.
Yeah, he's like,
I think that's
Save me.
SMS. You got a text, mate.
yeah, I texted you, so sorry. Move on
We
with the
have
show.
a Patreon.
I was like,
So we have a Patreon, which you can go support us at and allow us to actually pay our cast for their amazing time and effort that they put into the show. Also provide cool backer rewards and so on, and to do things like get professional art and so on made to increase the production quality, which is all great. So thank you very much. You can go over there. There's loads of different tiers of support you can support at. Things like $5 you get the after shows, and of course you get access to Discord at all the different tiers. Then there's the GM tier where there's a GM poll. I think Maggie stole the GM poll. I think Maggie's doing a GM poll for the temple. So
stole.
Well,
Maybe
I said,
so.
I guess I could try and work in something, and then you were like, I can do a thing. I was like, okay, that works to me. That's fine.
Well, if you want, I mean, we could have
No,
multiple.
it was actually going to be harder to get a poll in for me than it is for a short mini series that hasn't started yet. So that's totally works for
I have
D&D.
like a couple ideas, and I think I might do maybe a couple because like the GM layer, I asked also if you're part of the GM tier, hop into the GM layer on Discord because I asked a couple questions of people like asking like what kind of things would you guys want to vote on, because I feel like with a Indiana Jones style campaign, there's so many things I can have you guys like be a part of. So I want to do my due diligence
Should
on that
they
front.
face a dragon or
People were talking about dragons
demon.
in the next Tommen's channel.
Dragons or puppies?
Dragons or puppies? I mean, that's a hard choice. I feel like I would
Toothless.
pick dragons.
Dragon cat. Toothless all the way.
Oh, Toothless is so cute.
So back on topic. We'll save the going off track for the after show. You can also support us on Twitch by subscribing. You get access to Discord and you get access to emotes, which we're having a couple more made, I believe. I think we're finally deciding what the last few emotes are going to be, and then we're going to have a load of emotes coming back relatively quick. I think the turnaround time's surprisingly fast, so looking forward to having some LeMayo emotes for a start, rather than egg France barrel. Well, French egg
It's
oil.
Yeah, France egg oil.
France egg oil.
No, that doesn't make any sense. The other one makes way more sense.
It's from France. It's related to eggs, and it's made into oil. I don't know.
It doesn't. That doesn't make any sense.
I mean, mayo is made
the
from
best
eggs
they
and
can do,
oil,
'cause there's
and
no
lait
mayo
is
though.
French.
So le is
And
French,
also, it
mayo.
sounds like LMAO.
Anyway,
Yeah, we need to make a LeMayo emote so that people can use that.
Anyway, you can also support us with bits and the monies with the tipping system that goes into that little pot down there, and then they explode everywhere over the dice log, which is great, and that also is a way to support us. And of course, if you do not have money or you don't want to support monetarily, you can do so. Or you can do and works as well. You can support us by just spreading word of mouth, just telling people about the show, telling them the joy of Roll4It. You could, for instance, go around your local supermarket and write Roll4It on all the mayo. That's probably illegal. Don't do that. But, you could. I don't know
Maybe
why
we
that would
should
advertise the show.
We should make Roll4It branded mayo called LeMayo.
There we go. And you should get your local store to bulk purchase it. There you go.
That's a whole nother trademark I'm just not ready to get into right now. I just thought about it. I was like, you know what? Can we do mayo? Because that's actually pretty
no,
funny. And then I was like, oh no, do not want to get
No,
into
that
the...
falls under a different category, which is foodstuffs, and I think there's a separate
Could we
one
say
for
it's
dairy foodstuff.
merchandise though? Because like
It would-
people make like hand sanitizer. That's like...
No, merchandise doesn't. There isn't a category for merchandise. There's a category for entertainment, which is category 42, and there's
It's entertaining.
Yeah, it could be really
mayo.
funny
Not-
mayo.
Yeah, you don't know what they're using.
I'm
God,
glad.
where am I
I'm glad.
going?
I'm glad. I'm the legal side of this operation here. Oh dear.
Joke mayo.
We're starting as we mean to go on today.
Technically, if it isn't edible,
So-
maybe.
Oh yeah, we could get that sorted pretty easily, couldn't we?
Yeah, for
Just
sure.
Get me to make it.
What?
I'll make it. Then it won't be edible.
Ooh,
Okay.
ooh. I know what it could be. You know, like that goop stuff that people have in like the jars and stuff? It
No.
could be like that.
No, I don't know
But-
what
The
it is.
putty.
The joke, it'll look like mayo.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah, like-
farting putty. You put
Oh,
your finger
yeah,
in
no,
it, and it's like.
See? Josh is on
But if
board
we
with me. That's
brand
what
it
I'm talking about.
with mayo, then
Got
we will
you.
get sued by
My little
some-
sister makes tons of it. She has
Fun
like
fact.
glitter ones and different colored ones. I don't know, like it's like a
There has
sign.
been a shortage of Elmer's white glue in the United States because people make so much fucking gack.
My sister has so many containers. She's like 13. She has so many, like tons of them. She makes it all the time. Like that's what she does when she's bored, which is this interesting thing to do when you're bored. But
My
hey, I'm not
sister's
good at
It's
it.
like a whole business. Kids make it and sell it.
I think
Yeah.
my sister's making it literally right now, so
Your sister is?
taking the
See?
one-way store right now.
I just made like collectible trading card Star Wars or some stuff like that and sold them and made like 50 quid in a day. That's all I did.
Wow.
All
Actually,
you all making
12.
like these under the table.
What are those elastic bands that you tie together? Because that's what
Elastic
my
bands?
nieces were into.
Elastic
Or
bands
still
to
are.
tie together.
There's like
Yeah, they
a
were
little
all great, like-
rack that you put elastic bands onto, and then you tie them into each other and make like bracelets.
Oh, you weave like you you weave like bracelets. Yeah, I know what you're talking
I
about.
mean,
yeah.
at least
can't
they
remember
are
what they're
into
called,
like crack or
It's a
something,
friendship
right?
bracelets.
So-
I don't know. That's what I always called them. Sorry.
loom bands. That's it.
Yeah, but to bring it more on topic, what was the big craze at the time that Layla was around?
Oh
Like,
yeah,
what
have
was it?
Pokemon cards
Was it
been banned
Pokemon?
from Thomas Yule? That's
It's an important
important.
question. Are we
Well,
allowed to
they're
talk
not
about
Pokemon
it?
only's
I
just
don't
come
think the
out.
cards are quite out.
Tamagotchis.
Yeah.
I think
Because
that-
Imogen
yeah.
actually secretly has a belt of Tamagotchi.
I have the Tamagotchi app. If you guys didn't know, this is not sponsored. There's a Tamagotchi app, and it's so cute.
If you want to sponsor us, Tamagotchi, you can do so. Just hit us up at roll4itonline@gmail.com.
That's got to be difficult.
No,
'cause,
it's
like-
really easy. You just send us one email, and then you pay us a load of money. It's great.
No, I mean for resisting downloading that because I've already had to stop myself playing the Animal
Stop!
Crossing
This is really
thing.
good shit.
Oh,
You need
Animal
to save us when
Crossing
they
is so
pay
much
us.
fun, though.
Stop!
I can't.
This is how we get money, guys. You should save this.
I mean,
So-
I would play that.
So Pokemon
Got ya.
cards aren't out yet. They come out in December
98. Yeah.
This year for Christmas, we definitely have to have an episode where we.
but they're not. No one knows about them until like 99.
Doesn't care.
Right.
Looking for
We're-
Pokemon
yeah,
cards.
We're the
If
nerds.
you
feel like
We're the
Robert
nerds.
would have been on
We're
top
doing
of
it
that.
before it's cool, okay? EE?
Like
If we
Robert
manage to
would
time skip-
definitely have been playing Pokemon.
If we manage to time skip enough to get to when Pokemon cards are a thing, then we have to have an episode where it turns out that Pokemon actually are demons that kids really are capturing. when
Someone
they-
said Beanie Babies.
I already have a
Furbies.
plot. You're never gonna get there because you never time skip. But I already have a Pokemon
No
plot.
time skip.
I have a Pokemon plot in here, but it's not relevant yet.
Okay. There we go. Then we just gotta get to that.
All right,
Give it
let's
about
time
3
skip.
more
Fuck
seconds.
Okay, time skip
Yep,
today to
doing it.
episode where we get to.
Okay, in the
We don't
future,
really-
it's bleak, it's grim dark. There's only demons, and everyone's dead except for Layla. She's really
There's
like
got to be at least one other person because otherwise who are you going to play Pokemon with?
It's Layla
Barnaby's
and
a
Charity.
vampire.
Oh no.
No, Layla and Violet. There we go.
Oh,
OTP.
that'd be an interesting two people to be left alone.
Okay, so the shilling done, the announcement's done. We're gonna
Is that
then.
what we were doing?
I God don't knows anymore.
I feel
This
like
is the
we made
before
it
show.
the pre-show.
One of the new Patreon goals that we're going to work towards is going to be a pre-show because we already had enough crap that we added an after show, and now we have enough crap before the show that we need to add a pre-show. Then we'll add like a mid-show, and then we'll just eventually turn the show into just crap.
And then we'll just become a podcast at that point.
Yeah, then we'll just become a podcast. Just screw it. We'll just be a podcast. Last time on Layla the Vampire Slayer, our alternate universe of Buffy the Vampire Slayer RPG, where Buffy didn't become the Vampire Slayer, Layla did, then she moved to England with her parents. And she went to a school called St. Tom Hewell's, which turns out to also be on the Hellmouth, which they found in episode 1, and I had planned for like episode 12, but that's fine.
I still
Oh,
get really
gosh.
for like want to go into the basement.
Sure,
I was
let's go to the
"What's
basement."
cool
It's
to do here?"
Okay, this is plot, just screw that. Right, this is going to be a tough one to explain. They met a vampire called Charity, who is also one of the previous Slayers before Layla, apparently. So she's a Slaypire, both the powers of a Slayer and a vampire. She and Layla had an on-again, off-again friendship. Where she would hit on Layla and Layla would be tempted and then go back to her girlfriend Imogen. She then found out she was a vampire. They had a fight. Layla ran away because she was really, really tough. Barnaby and Robert have a dad who's Layla's watcher. Her contact with the Watchers Council, who is also there to train her, guide her, and report back if anything terrible happens. Last night, when they were contacting the soul of their previous watcher who died, Barnaby and Robert, sons of George Davidson, had a word with him about his drinking problem, and it turned out that actually for some reason he was mind controlled or something and attacked them with an axe. They barely escaped alive, barely. At which point they returned with Layla to find him unconscious on the floor, taking him to hospital and getting healed up because, there was injuries involved. He is currently in a coma. Having a look at his body, Layla in particular took a very close look at his body. They found a lot of old wounds. And
this is why we
some
can't have
urines.
quatters. It's not working out.
Sure. They also found an ancient mystical symbol, which appears to be for like preventing location or possession or some kind. With that, they found that their dad had been spending a long time at a couple of pubs, the noisy cart and the cheese wheel. So I think they decided that they were going to investigate those and see possibly how he had become possessed or mind controlled or whatever it was. So with that, we're gonna join back into the game, and I think firstly, Barnaby, are you gonna stay at the hospital or not? You can be out of hospital if you want, but you'll have to just take it easy.
I'm only at half health.
I think we had said that he was going to stay at the hospital because then he passed out.
Well, you are at half health, which means you
maybe
can get
should
treated as
stay
an
here. And he
outpatient.
went, okay.
Because it's going to take him like a long time to heal up.
Well, he can heal as an outpatient. After you get to half health, you can heal as an outpatient. Is my home rule.
Oh, okay. Then I'll do that.
Okay, you'll still heal your con per day, provided you take it easy. You make sure that you can occasionally go back to the hospital for whatever checkups you need.
Okay. And
They
what's
are-
the likelihood of that?
They are massively surprised, by the way, at how quickly you managed to heal. The attending physician suspects that the people who did your initial report and checkup must have got it hilariously wrong. There must have been a mix-up with the files. But yeah, you seem to be a lot better. Most of your damage has healed or disappeared, so you are allowed out.
Yeah, that's really weird. Don't know how that happened.
Yeah.
No.
Definitely not magic.
Yes, quite. Well, just sign here and we'll have you out.
Scribble.
Okay. Right. What are you doing, guys?
Going down to the pub.
Yeah. I think we need a drink after all that. Imogen can get us fake IDs.
Yeah.
Imogen can get herself a fake ID.
You just do the spell 4 times. They'll be fine. That won't go wrong.
No way. Yeah, doesn't Barnaby already have a fake ID? Isn't he good at art?
No, I've got a real ID. And it still says that I'm 17, which is not old enough to drink.
Why haven't we get? Fine. I mean,
Turn the 7 into an 8. You'll be fine.
Yeah, just biro.
Yeah, how hard can that be?
I don't know. Let's see. Art test.
Okay, yeah, intelligence art.
-2 from the. Oh dear, that's a 9.
You've just got to change your birth date from the year 1980 to 1979, right? Piece of
that's
cake.
even harder.
I know. I was thinking about what the numbers would be, and I was like, "Oh no, that's the worst."
Yeah. Yeah, so with one success, it might fool someone who glances at it. Like if you do the flip it open, flip it closed, flip it open, flip it closed. It's not to fool anyone who actually looks at it. You are muted.
Oh, I'll do that then.
Okay, so what are you doing as a group?
I mean, Imogen's quite happy to get herself a fake ID and go.
Yeah, I thought originally it was just going to be Imogen and I going to the bar, but if we want to try to get everybody, that's going to be a little more hard, I think.
Oh, you can split up. It's up to you.
We could probably just go in and talk to the people we need to first, right?
That's true. If it's not a particularly busy place and you'd go on an off night, as long as you're not ordering a drink or looking particularly suspicious.
Or wearing your school uniform. If you wear your school uniform, they won't serve you.
That I would consider that looking suspicious. Like looking like you
walk
don't
around in
belong
my
there.
school uniform all the time.
You can probably get away with not needing everybody to have IDs. Or even getting carded.
We'll do that then.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Fine, that
Because
should
we're
work.
gonna go to bar.
I say this as someone who was frequently one of those people in a
We
pub.
could split up. We could have one person, or we could have one group of us go to the noisy cart, and the other go to the cheese wheel.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Cool.
Who wants to
Okay.
go with who?
I was like, I'm not good at talking to people.
Yes, let's
Yeah,
have
me
one
neither.
of the good talky people.
Yeah. Imogen and
Yeah.
Barnaby will probably look at each other and be like, which one do you want to take? I'm going to take Layla.
I was
You're
hoping
right,
you'd
taking
always
Robert.
Me,
Robert.
geez.
I'll take Layla.
What? I
You're
meant
mine now. Let's go.
Imogen gives Barnaby stink eye.
You said. You asked me first, so
you did.
Dibs.
You did ask him first.
dibs
I
on.
Just like,
asked because I was trying to be polite.
Well, that was your mistake.
Fine.
I'm injured. If a vampire comes at me, I'm going to be.
I hope
You
they
know what?
poke you in the stomach
Barnaby,
and
it's
lift
actually,
your legs.
you're actually making a really good point that maybe I should go with Imogen and you should go with Rob.
What? No, the other thing.
I'm a lot squishier. It's a lot easier for me to get hurt.
So is Rob.
Yeah, you are squishier, and Barnaby pokes you back.
Ow! Imogen telekinesis into like one of the wounds.
That's not very nice.
What happened? Did your arm spasm?
You know what happened. That was a poke. That was not a ran.
guys, can we not start killing each other here?
I don't know. it's
Like
kinda
doing
funny.
this walking down the high street.
All right.
Started it. Fine. Layla, you all right to go with Barnaby?
Are you and Rob gonna be okay?
I think we'll be fine. Rob, did you bring your backpack?
Yeah, I've got all the gear.
Good. I think we'll be all right. Barnaby's looking kind of injured.
Or he's being a big baby about it, but sure.
He's such a baby.
Next time you get attacked with an axe, try not being a big baby about it.
I
will
have
do.
been. I don't actually know if Imogen has been attacked by I've been attacked by plenty of axe-like things. Yeah.
Still getting Layla.
I hope you're enjoying being human.
Oh yeah, it's the best. Actually, no, it's pretty good.
Before we split up, I'll give Imogen a kisseroo and then we'll go.
Don't let him die. Well, yeah, don't let him die.
You guys be careful too.
We'll do.
Rob's like, what is happening? He's like, what are we gonna die for?
okay, so Team Layla B and Team Immobert. Who's taking which pub?
Ooh, good point. Should we rock paper scissors? We'll roll a D1 and
Yeah.
then
I really know
one
what the
is
One?
D1
Is
is
it-
just
is
going to be
it-
a 1.
D2. Sorry,
D1 is a ball.
and then a 1 is noisy cart and 2 is cheese wheel for.
Would we know anything about like the difference between either of those two pubs?
Yeah,
like,
the noisy pub's a little bit more dingy.
Go into the noisy
The
cart,
cheese
Josh.
wheel is a little bit more upscale.
Okay,
Imogen
we're sending those two to the cheese wheel, and Barnaby and I are going to the noisy cart.
So who wants to go first?
Let's do Team Baby.
Team baby.
Layla.
I'm on the team all by myself, am I?
It's Team Baby and Layla.
Featuring.
Featuring Layla.
Okay, so you get to a pub which looks a little bit more downtrodden. It's not a particularly nice location of town. It's kind of this awkward corner that no one really walks past. It gets no foot traffic. It's a little bit shaded by the time you get there. The sun is getting low. Outside, you notice that there is a big wagon wheel on the front of the pub, and it says underneath in lettering, one of which looks like it doesn't really match, like it's a lot shinier and newer than the rest of the lettering. Obviously, one of the letters has been stolen and replaced at some point, and they never really decided to get the match perfect. The noisy cart. As you walk inside, the lights are kind of a little bit low, not really enough lighting to really give the place a proper inviting atmosphere. There's some low talk around the place. As you can see, there's probably a dozen people in here. And there's a guy behind the bar who is perpetually cleaning a very dirty glass. Looking around, you can't really see any wine glasses or anything. The only thing they seem to have is pint glasses and kegs lined up behind the bar. Nothing really fancy. There's a bowl of peanuts that is a little bit scattered across the bar. And not particularly... Let's just say that the peanuts look probably worse than the inside of that glass. Having seen a good few hundred fingers before they've been changed. Looking around, the barman is currently free, just sitting there watching people come in and out. There's one guy up the far end of the bar who looks a little bit worse for wear, like he's been there a good few hours, and he's currently mulling over the last dregs of a pint.
I would like to sense if anyone's a vampire.
Okay, sure. So you can move into the center of the room, get a good lay of the land, and give it a roll.
What do I need to roll again?
Perception notice.
Perception notice. Okay. 12.
2 successes. Sensing around, don't really get the gist that anyone here is a vampire. Nothing really sets off your Slayer sense. It's possible that maybe there could be a vampire who's hiding it quite well, but it doesn't seem likely.
Okay. I'll be like, this place is pretty metal.
Yeah, is metal depressing?
Did you say is metal depressing?
Yeah.
I guess it can be sometimes.
Oh. Yeah, then I guess this place is pretty metal.
Oh, that's adorable. So who do you think we should talk to first? I don't think anyone's a vampire that I can tell. Might be if they're disguised well enough, but
Oh, well, maybe just start with a barkeep, I guess.
sure. You have a picture of your dad, right?
Probably.
You've got a
I don't
Polaroid
know.
camera that you've used a fair bit, so yeah, sure.
Yes.
Because we talked about it before. I asked if you guys had pictures of your dad.
You actively took a picture of your dad in the hospital. I remember you doing that.
You have
I do.
that and probably another picture
I don't think you want to
where
use that
he's
one.
not unconscious.
Yeah, a
Imogen
less
would've-
creepy.
Definitely taken one to show to people. Probably the less creepy one.
Okay, you've got the
Yeah.
creepy
Damn
one.
it. Okay, well, I'm going to start by describing what he looks like instead of showing people a picture of my dad in the hospital.
Okay,
So,
I just think picture makes things faster. They can like look at it and be like, yes
well,
or no.
let's try the name. Barnaby rolls up to the...
What if he doesn't come in here by his name? Oh, IDs. Never mind. Does your dad have a
Would it?
fake ID?
No idea. I mean, he's old enough, so he probably
probably
wouldn't
ID
need
don't
one.
is a
ID
weird
him.
look, Eek. Some
They-
people go under different names. It doesn't. You don't have to have a fake ID just for your age. Jeez,
They
Louise.
probably don't ID him. He's like 45.
It depends on how good looking he is. Because sometimes you get still ID. I'm still getting ID. I'm just saying.
I have
I'm
no
not-
idea
I'm
why
attracted to
anyone...
You are like 4 foot tall.
Hey, fuck off! What the hell? Sometimes I don't get ID though. So those are my bad days, I guess. When I have no makeup on. Go ahead, Barnaby. Talk to the barkeep.
Yeah, okay then. Well, let's see how this goes. Barnaby kind of leans on the countertop. I was like, yeah, I don't suppose you know a guy called, our dad's name is George, right? That's not in character. I only know him as Daddaby.
No, you know it's Dadbert. Dadby is a different
Dad-
one.
George Davidson.
George
George.
Davidson.
You
Yes.
should know your
It is
dad's
George.
name.
Oh,
Why do
I got it
know
right.
your dad's name and
I
you don't?
keep forgetting as well.
It's George.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's George.
It's your guys' dad.
And he's either Dad
So we call him
or-
Dad. So
or
Guys,
Mr.
do you know
Davidson.
someone called Daddy?
You don't call
Hi,
your dad.
do you know
Mr.
my dad? No, not doing that. Do you know a guy called?
Daddy?
Do you know a guy called George Davidson? Yeah, apparently he came in here a lot.
The guy looks over at you. He's got this kind of salt and pepper handlebar mustache going into mutton chops down the side. Definitely looks like he's Lenny from Motorhead.
Metal.
Hey, you student? Not at school.
No.
Good enough for me. Right, what'll it be? Vodka? Tequila?
Oh, no. I'll just have a pint, please. I was just looking for this guy, George Davidson. What do you want, Layla?
I'll have a beer.
2 beer.
Okay. That'll be 20 quid.
I beg your pardon?
What?
Well, if you just want the beer and no questions, then fine, that'll be a fiver. £5.20. But I thought you wanted something else with your beer.
Oh, okay. Well, here's £20.
Thank you.
Don't spend it all in one place.
Oh my gosh, Barnaby's so posh. Don't spend it in one place. He's like an old grandpa.
So what do you want? He starts pouring pints for you.
I kind of want to know how often he was here, if you met people, what he did here. Was it just drinking? Was it something else?
Aye. He came here a few times. Tend to keep him to himself, that one. Bit of a grizzled fella, scar down the side of the face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he came here a lot. He just looked like he was looking for a solution down the bottom of a pint, if you know what I mean. Most of the patrons know.
Barnaby looks around and is like, I don't know what you mean.
Your father's probably a little bit of an alcoholic.
I told you.
Yeah,
like
I
smacking him, like, I
noticed.
told
No, he does say it's like, I mean, it was pretty obvious. Stuff was everywhere.
Well, why didn't you
But-
talk to him about it?
We were going to, but then the thing happened.
Oh, right.
Here, your pints.
So- Cheers. So, did he ever meet anyone down here, or? I don't know.
That'll
then
be,
he-
another pint then, is it? That'll be 20 quid.
Layla, what would you like to drink?
Layla chugs the one that she had. I'll have another.
Barnaby sips his a little bit. It's like,
Really? You're going to be outdone by a lass? Fair play to you,
I wanna
lassie.
smack it,
I've-
Barnaby.
I've- I've got to be. Someone's got to ask the questions.
He does have to drive.
Here's another £20.
And
2 beers, please.
ding! Start pouring 2 pints. He spoke to a few people, you know. One time this guy in a suit came in looking for him. Another time, this chick, pale looking, came in looking for him, wanted to have a word.
I'm gonna describe Charity further. Be
It
like,
could be her,
like that?
maybe.
Hmm.
Should have seen the legs on that thing.
She does have nice legs.
Right. What?
Layla, let me just...
What?
Okay then.
Appreciation for nice legs, and she likes a pint. You've got yourself a keeper here, mate.
Oh, no, we're not. It's not
Oh.
like that.
Don't be
I'm
so
so
quick.
sorry.
Barnaby. What do you mean, don't be so quick?
Maybe that's your problem, mate. You should be a little bit quick off the mark there.
No, I just don't.
Actually, you know what, Barnaby? He makes a good point. Not with me. No. Didn't mean like that. I meant like your relationships. You know, if you like somebody, you should let them know.
You know what the solution for that one is? I'll give you this one for free. You chug both those pints, you have one more, and then you give them a call. So it's everything right
I
out.
don't
Oh,
think
yeah.
that's a good idea. I don't agree with that advice. Drunk messaging is never good.
It's always a good idea after at least 3 pints, though. Takes a few to get
I
there.
think it's a good idea after 3 pints. I'll agree with that.
Put it this way, it gets shit done.
Okay.
Not always the shit you want done.
Yes, I did have to clean shit off the front porch a few times after one of my patrons.
Do you
Isn't
have
that
really-
right, Philip?
I'm I'm so glad I'm getting the advice I'm looking for here. Although I might message them later.
That's the spirit. Drink up.
No. So when did this girl come in?
Oh, my memory's a bit fuzzy. Oh, let me see. It was before today. It's very fuzzy.
Was it like a
Look.
week ago?
Oh, I wouldn't be able to say really. It's this low-paid job. It's very stressful with the long hours and the.
I'm looking around. Do they have that many patrons?
There's maybe like 11 in here at the moment you can count.
What day is it right now?
There is a day canonically. I believe it is
It's
a
Thursday,
Thursday.
right?
Yes, I believe it's a Thursday night.
Okay. Is 11 a lot? I don't know. in this
Barnaby
area.
just slides a £20 note across the table.
another
and
2
it's
pints.
I'm gonna
Okay.
put my hand on top of the 20 and be like,
Not another 2 pints.
look, we've given you a lot of money for just 2 shitty questions. The least you could do is tell us when you saw her. And I'm like, intimidating? I don't know.
Barnaby has done no talking. Why did you even take him?
I don't know, but I'm just like gonna try to solve this with Layla's way of doing things, which is not very charismatic.
Make persuasion, charisma, willpower. Willpower influence, sorry.
Can she add her attractiveness? Because he's skeezy as fuck.
And he did like my thoughts on legs and that I can drink.
Sure.
Okay. It doesn't really help me that much. Do I use a drama point or do I just 8? You know what? Even if I fail this, it'll make it funny.
Barnaby is rich, and you're worrying about 20 quid, and then worrying about spending a drama point, and then in the after show, you'll complain to me about the number of drama points you have.
Hey, hush your mouth, EE. I do what I want with my life, okay?
Damn straight.
13.
3 successes.
If I want to complain, I'll complain. People want to hear me complain. That's the thing.
In which case, you can have 2 questions for your next pint.
And then I let him have the 20.
Pours you 2 more pints. He puts one in front of Barnaby, disapprovingly the fact you've still got like 2 3/4 pints in front of you. And Layla, as he goes to put yours down, he slows down. You can see he's wondering if you're going to chug another pint, because he was quite impressed the last time.
Oh yeah, I chug it.
I for sure like that. Sure, she came in about, it's got to be a good 2 weeks ago. Something like that.
And they just had a friendly chat.
No, he
You
wasn't
couldn't
in
just
here.
say yes when I asked.
Well, I could have, but I decided not to.
How about, to make your memory less fuzzy, I bounce it off the bar.
Okay. Would you like to make a strength influence roll?
A strength influence roll. Okay. So that is 10. That's plus 8. Barnaby's like feeling his wallet and it's like, I don't have any more 20s.
Layla's like a little impressed. Like she's drinking the next one. She's like, all right. Because that's more her style anyway.
I just chill. Calm down, mate. I'd say you had too many, but that's obviously not the case.
He's just a little emotional, you know, it's his dad.
We've
He's
been more
emotional
than
that
generous.
his dad came in here a few times, had a pint, and some girl came looking.
Just tell us everything about that incident with the girl. Did they leave
Layla
together?
just kind of looks off to the side and drinks. She's like,
Did you overhear what they talked about? We
Fine.
might come back and order more pints next time.
Fine. I'll answer your questions. You don't bounce my head off the bar. You don't make so much of a ruckus. And you down those 3 pints and I'll tell you what you want.
I take one of them and I chug it. So he doesn't have to chug that much.
Now your end.
She came in. He wasn't here. She had a look around and she left. She was in here barely 30 seconds. I remember her because she had a quite nice leg.
Just one.
Just one leg. I think he messed up and he was like, whoops.
I may have forgot to add an S on the end there. I realized I'd started with singular and then finished. So I was like, oh, okay, leg.
You can only see one leg.
The other one wasn't bad either.
She was lopsided. Okay.
I don't remember her having a weird leg.
Well, you obviously didn't check him out enough.
Okay, in that case, you're going to have to tell me about this suited dude. He sounds like a watcher?
I mean, he didn't, he looked around a bit. He didn't check anyone out or anything.
Oh, so he didn't find him either?
Well, no, he sat down and he had a couple of words and, yeah, Dad sent him on his way about 5 minutes later. Posh bloke. Asshole. Had like a tweed jacket on.
I look at Barnaby.
It's gotta be 3 months ago or something. 2 months,
Yeah,
3 months, something like
makes
that.
sense. What the fuck?
Okay. Layla, is there anything else you need?
I think we know who did this. What's your name again? I don't know
Billy.
if we caught that. What was it?
Billy.
Billy?
Aye. Was gonna call this place Billy's Bar, but the mom objected.
Well, thanks for the info, Billy, and the drinks.
Well, if
You're
you want
welcome.
any more, they're normal price from now on.
Good to know.
So generous. I think we should leave. And Barnaby wobbles a little.
Aye, wait. I'll tell you one more thing if you're down this one last pint then. He gets a pint glass out, takes it on the bar, puts it down in front of you. It's
I'm not paying for that one.
on the house. For being generous
bet.
patrons.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Layla just sits there on the bar kind of watching.
Okay.
You down this clear, slightly greenish colored liquid. Definitely some bits of
Did you not look at it
dust.
first, Barnaby?
I
Floating
probably
in it.
looked at it.
Oh, I thought it was a beer. I thought it was the same as the
No,
other.
he took the glass below and put something else in it.
I would have maybe
well, I gotta give it to you, man. He's a bit of a tough one. Some of the guys started a fight with him a few weeks ago. And he finished them right out. He was pretty hammered at the time. It was quite funny.
Yeah, he has
Right.
anger management problems. He's taking classes for it. It's not going that well.
That's a shame. I
Probably
got more
the drinking.
patrons in afterwards. Want to see a second show. I tried to offer him extra drinks to start something just to give him a bit of a taste, but
I could start something.
he looks you up and down, and then looks you up and down again. And it's definitely like the first time is like a bit of a surprise look up and down, and then he realizes that he looked you up and down. So then he spends a skeezy time looking you up and down.
Great.
I mean, I'm sure plenty of
Eyes
lads
up
would be
here,
up for
buddy.
that.
Eyes up here. What do you say?
But Barnaby takes a step away from Layla. It's like,
What was the last sentence? I didn't. catch it.
He said, I'm sure some of the lads would like that.
Well, if I look around, I'll turn around and I'll have my like elbows on the bar table, whatever, and look at him and be like, "Well, who'd you like me to mess with first?"
Daniel and Frank over there owe me, like, they've got their bar tabs, like, 200 quid. If you can get them to pay up, you can have 20 quid off it.
All right. Layla's gonna go over to the table, and she's maybe had a few
Yeah,
drinks.
I was going to
so-
say make a constitution roll.
Okay,
It's
what do I
going to
need
be
to roll for that?
constitution plus willpower. And the same goes for you, Barnaby, but because you drank a pint of absinthe, yours is going to be a lot higher.
11.
It was
One
half,
success.
for the record, it was half absinthe, half beer.
oh, cool.
Yeah.
So that's +5. Yeah, whatever. I'm not going to spend points on that. 10.
Right, so Layla, after having 4 pints, you are pretty drunk right now. Not like wasted, but you're pretty drunk.
I still succeeded.
Yeah, well, the threshold is
one.
4 pints, so...
Yeah.
Barnaby, you are very quickly beginning to feel very warm and very hammered. Okay.
I lean over the bar, grab myself a glass, and just find a tap and just fill the glass with water from the other side of the bar.
He, like, comes over, grabs your hand, tries to put it back over the other side of the bar. Do you let him?
No. I want water.
He pulls out a hammer as you're still, like, moving. He's like, hands the other side of the bar.
Give me a glass of water then.
Ask nicely.
Please.
Fine. He gets a glass off the side, which is kind of this brown tinted glass. Fills it very slowly with water. Meanwhile, Layla.
I'm gonna go over to the table and be like, "So, gentlemen, I hear you.
Hey, look at
owe
the skirt. What does
some
she want?
money.
No, I hope she wants me. What is it, love?
You owe some money to the barkeep.
Aye, we do.
Yeah, and you're gonna pay it up now.
Make a strength influence roll and remove your attractiveness from it.
What? They were just looking at my skirt. If you're gonna
Yeah.
make comments like that, you are gonna pay for that.
Oh yeah, but you can't intimidate them while they see you as just a bit of skirt. It's unfortunately one of the cases where your attractiveness will undermine you.
16.
And what's your attractiveness?
Successes. 4 successes. What?
Is that negating your attractiveness?
Yeah, I
Re-
didn't put
re-
in it. You told me not to add it, so I
No,
didn't put it in there.
remove it.
Yeah, I didn't put it in there. It's not there.
No, no,
Oh, you
no.
want me to
Negate
negate
it,
it?
yes.
Then subtract 2 from that.
Okay, so 14. So 3 successes. She thinks we're gonna pay up. Maybe she's just worried that we won't have enough money to like buy her around.
I'm gonna take the beers that they have and pour them on their heads.
Okay, I'm not gonna make you roll or anything for that because they're a little bit drunk and you are very quick even when drunk. So you just grab the beer. What the fuck was that for? She's messing with our beer? Come on, lass. There's no need for that.
Well, just give me the 200 quid and we'll call it even.
Getting the feeling maybe she should pay us that money. Get us another round. Yeah, like she definitely owes us another round. Maybe you join us for that round, love.
Actually, you probably owe me because you needed that shower.
One of them is gonna make a grab for your arm, which you can totally dodge.
Go ahead, yeah. He grabs for my arm. I want to like put his arm behind his back like that, you know?
In which case, make a dexterity kung fu roll.
Okay. Dexterity kung fu. Okay. 24. That is 7 successes.
Yeah, like with ease. Like, how would you like to do this in the most ridiculously impressive way?
So he like goes to grab my arm, but I like before he can even, as I see him grabbing it, I just grab his and I put his arm behind his back
and force him like
I,
over the
hold
table.
His head onto the table.
Yeah, yeah. You just instantly do that, and in like.
And then I look
blink
at
of
the
an
other
eye,
gentleman,
psh.
or the other fellow, and I'm like, look, I don't want to cause too much trouble, but you see Billy there, he doesn't mind if I do so. So either you pay up or I'll take an arm.
Okay. Make a strength intimidation roll, a strength influence.
Okay. It's gonna be funny if it doesn't actually work.
You've got massive bonuses, some lowering the threshold because of that roll.
Oh,
yeah, 5
19.
successes.
Yeah.
I don't have 200 quid. I take my watch. He hands over like this like second-hand Rolex
Okay.
and like starts emptying his wallet. It's just like it's 30 quid. Please.
And then I want to take my hand off the other guy's head and like grab his wallet as well.
Sure,
and, like,
yeah,
flip-
you easily
Flip through it and grab whatever quid he has in there.
There's like
or-
12 quid in there.
Okay. And I'll let go of the other guy and take all of my treasures and be like, thanks, gentlemen. Have a wonderful evening. And then I'll come back to the table or back to the bar and I'll be like, see?
He puts the water in front of you, Barnaby, and turns to Layla, crosses his arms. He's kind of impressed. Aye.
But I'm not going to give it to him, so I put it in my own pocket.
Did you really just rob 2 of my patrons in my own establishment?
You kind of asked for it.
No, I
Bye
asked
bye.
you to
Barnaby
get
knocks
legitimate...
the water over.
Fine. I throw the Rolex over.
Make a willpower influence roll.
I'm so bad at those. Yeah, probably not going to go well. It's fine though.
You're also drunk.
Yeah, 8. This is not going to go
Aye,
well.
lassie, you make for a good show, and you're not an unattractive sight to watch. But you probably shouldn't be robbing people in my pub.
Guys these days, see, this is why I don't date guys. You want something, but then you don't want it. Fuck, fine, here, have it. I throw the money on the table, I grab Barnaby, let's go. I don't drink that.
Okay.
Okay, and you leave. Meanwhile, at the cheese wheel, Imogen and Robert, you get up to Main Street, across the main area, which is kind of it's what's it called, pedestrianized. So the only things allowed there are taxis, which are licensed, and foot traffic, but otherwise no cars are allowed around there normally except for access to businesses. Opposite from the kebab shop that you have previously frequented is a slightly nice looking pub, kind of like a pub cum wine bar, like that sort of area. It has a massive cheese painting on the front billboard, and underneath it says The Cheese Wheel. Fine dining and bar establishment, circa 1952.
Imogen like turns to Robert as they're walking in, being like, I wonder if Layla and Barnaby got in trouble. Nah, I'm sure they're fine.
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
They've got solid heads on their shoulders.
I mean, it's not like we're getting drinks or anything. We're just asking a couple of questions.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on it, although it might be a bit odd. We'll see.
Oh my gosh, I just want
Should we have, like,
the timeline of these together is just gonna be great.
Should we have like
Imogen-
a cover story, like Dad got mugged or something, and then maybe they'll be on our side with that?
Oh my god,
Yeah,
you're the main
don't worry
character from the
about it.
In-Betweeners. You are so the main character from the In-Betweeners.
But Imogen like turns to Robert and she's like, the trick with a good lie is to not overthink it and say it confidently.
Well, I'm no good then.
Right, then just don't talk.
Okay. If anything goes wrong, I can suit up and I can help that way.
God, I hope that doesn't happen. Have you considered making like an exosuit that makes you good at talking to people? Is that a thing you can do?
Maybe?
Huh.
I hadn't really thought of that sort of thing. I guess I can look into it.
Just might be
But,
handy.
I mean,
don't know.
it'd be weird if I walked into a pub and then like put on an exosuit and then started talking to the...
Well, maybe not an exosuit. Maybe like an entro suit. Like something more internal.
I think that's endosuit, but that's... I don't like the idea of that. I can think about something. Maybe I can work out a way to sound better.
Yeah. For now, unless asked a question directly, maybe just avoid talking.
Yeah, okay.
I mean that in the nicest way possible. But I've seen you interact with Janet. There's a lot of bumbling over words.
Okay, I get it. I get it.
Do you want some help with that?
Maybe? I mean, right now we just need an opportunity to actually speak to her. She keeps being off sick and stuff.
Yeah, that's weird. I wonder why.
I'm a bit worried.
They arrive at the door. Imogen confidently strolls in.
As you push in, the door swings open quite soundlessly on a well-oiled hinge. The pseudo brass fittings on the door gleam nicely in the nice the light from the lamps inside. Each one of the lamps is one of those fake flame-like bulbs in a little
Oh god, yeah.
thing on the edge. The wallpaper around is immaculate with little fleur-de-lis-like devices across it. There's a small railing around the side of the room in which there's a small ledge that you can fit a few pint glasses, and there are a couple of glasses around scattered throughout, but they do seem to be collected quite often, and the place looks relatively immaculate. Around you can see big armchairs and tables of varying devices, including a couple that are actually pretty high with stools on them. There's also a few cubbies and little nooks around, and at the far wall there is a bar with a full gleaming wooden bar top, stools in front of it. Across the top is a selection of glasses hung upside down from a rack. A couple of people behind the bar in black t-shirts, black trousers. There seems to be a man there with a well-oiled mustache, and a younger lady who looks like she might be circa your age. She might actually be at school and doing some part-time work, or she might be just out of school. What would you like to do?
Just at first glance, does Imogen recognize anyone in the bar?
Make a perception influence roll. Influence to see how many people you know, and perception to notice them.
Can Rob do that?
Sure.
What was it? It was perception and what?
16.
Perception and notice, and your social stuff will play into this because you don't know as many people.
4 successes.
Perception, notice, 9, and
Okay.
whatever. modifiers you want to
Yeah,
put, like-
you recognize the lass behind the bar. She's in the year above. Her name is, I believe it's Emma O'Leary. Let me just check the name lists. Here we go. Emma O'Leary, yes, she's in the year above. You know her because she helped out with your computing class a couple of times.
Excellent. Meaning,
Scattered around-
don't pretend to not be at the school.
Scattered around, 5 people. There's 2 off to the side who look like they're on some sort of like date, young couple, and there's 3 who are playing what appears to be like a board game of some kind in one of the little cubbies.
Knowing that she recognizes someone, Imogen will just go straight up to Emma and be like, "Hi, Emma, right? You're an
Oh, hey, Imogen. Yes, I recognize you. It's the hair. It's like a special like bob or something. I don't know. It's just very. I almost thought it was blue in the light for a moment, but
It does that.
Sugar
I've
the
heard
lights.
my hair changes color depending on the lighting.
hey, well, it's pretty. It suits you. Can I help you out?
Yeah, I was actually we're not in here to get drinks. We're here to ask a few questions if you don't mind. She points back to Robert, who presumably is still standing awkwardly somewhere.
Yeah, I'm just sort of shuffling after Imogen wherever she's walking.
Robert
And,
shuffles
I
up
probably
behind
spend my
him.
time looking around for anything out of the ordinary that I can see.
Imogen like kind of leans in that sort of conspiratorial way, like, Robert's dad is in the hospital, and
Hey, I heard.
we think he might have gotten into trouble in some of the places that he frequents. We're just kind of hoping we could get a bit more information about
I'm
what's
dreadfully
going on.
sorry, Robert. Are you doing okay?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Imogen's like, you were directly asked a question. You may talk now.
Oh, I mean, if you need anything, you need any help, whatever, if you work, I know you do pretty well in computing, so.
It's okay. We just want to see if we can work out what happened.
Okay. Well, whatever. No,
So
whatever I can do.
we were wondering, he does spend a fair bit of time here, and are there people he tends to spend more time with than others? We're hoping maybe we could chat with them. Or if you know someone better to ask.
I'll help if I can, but I haven't actually met your dad. What does he look like?
Imogen will take out the Polaroid picture that's the non-creepy one and be like, this is him, and that's Robert and Barnaby.
Oh,
They're
he's-
an adorable family.
yeah, you can see like there's a slight blush. Like she's obviously getting the same reaction to dad, but that everyone gets who is that way inclined.
Yep.
I don't recognize him. I can ask my pa.
That would be absolutely lovely if you could.
Sure.
We
Dad,
could ask.
the guy with the like oiled mustache comes over. Yes, can I help you? Oh, you want me to look? Hey, do you recognize the guy in the photo? Oh, yeah, I can. Looking at this photo. No. I recognize that guy, and he points at Barnaby. Oh, he was in there. Was it New Year's Eve or something? Late New Year's Eve.
Barnaby
the-
was.
Yeah, that. Oh, if his name's Barnaby, that guy, yeah.
She points at the picture. He was in here on New Year's Eve.
He popped in quickly. Seemed in a bit of a state, but
Imogen it's like, yeah, right, and pointing at Dad, but she's like, and was he spending any time here? We were told he does.
oh no, he came in like a couple of times, like 3 months back. He said he was new to the area, and he seemed a nice fellow. He came in here a couple of times and sat down and read a couple of books or something. I didn't really understand what the books are about. There's weird languages on the front cover, but
He's an archaeologist.
aye, they do fossils and
By
stuff,
hobby.
right?
He's just really into weird languages. That's actually kind of how I know him.
Oh, you're into that. Okay, fair enough.
Well, Greek and Latin not particularly well known or spoken.
Oh, you
anymore.
should speak to one of our other patrons. There was a guy, I haven't seen him around in a while. He was one of the curators up at the museum in Greater Rosewater. You'd get along like a house on fire, but I haven't seen him around recently.
Maybe I've met him before. Has Imogen met the museum curator?
Yeah, you met him. That was definitely
Gotta
meeting.
dig through my old notebook.
You worked on a golem project with him before Golem awoke.
Yeah, she did. She's like, oh, yeah, I'm sure we get along famously.
Unless we saw him, he got smashed in the head by the golem, right? Is he still okay?
Yeah, you would know that he actually was okay. He was very hurt, though. Very hurt.
Yeah, but you probably checked up on him a couple of times. Probably.
Yeah, he had a fractured skull, so he's still off work.
Okay.
It's not a nice head wound. Head wound's bad. But yeah, the guy looks at the photo and is like, I didn't really see him coming after that. He was definitely in there like about 3 months ago. Said he was new to the area and we moved in. Beyond that, I
Right.
ain't
And
seen
was
him in a
there
while.
anyone else that he talked with while? I mean, no, it was 3 months ago. It was a bit much. I guess he might have found somewhere else to go.
He met a guy in a tweed suit a few times. Sorry, what's this about? Oh, he was in an accident recently. Oh, he was in an accident. I'm sorry. Is there any way I can help you? Beyond that?
No, you've been incredibly helpful. We're mostly just trying to see if we know anything that happened. We think it might have related to some problems. Personal stuff for him.
I haven't seen him recently. I'm sorry.
Well, thank you so much.
He seemed like a nice guy, at least.
We'll get out of your hair, and hopefully your other patron will be back soon because he's fine and nothing terrible happened to him.
Well, honestly, he came in like twice or whatever, and then hasn't been around for like 2.5 months. He was only in here briefly.
Good to know. Thank you. And have a lovely night.
Right, fair enough. There, have a good one yourself.
And then Imogen will head out and meet up with presumably the very drunk Layla and Barnaby.
Yeah, you finished
Rob-
far quicker. Hmm?
Did Rob spot anything interesting while he was looking around? Because he's probably just like,
Make a perception notice roll.
probably going to be nothing because I've thrown this at you. But, just in case. That's a fail.
You are so nervous about being in a. This is an establishment and they serve alcohol. That you don't really.
What if the police come in?
Yeah,
They
they'll
could,
put you in jail.
I mean, they're already after me about the whole incident with Dadbert.
And hacking the MOD, but other than that.
Oh, nobody spotted that. That was perfect.
Okay, you go back to the town hall. You wait there for a good 5-10 minutes before a quite drunk Layla and a very drunk Barnaby show up.
Hi guys, did you find out anything?
We found out so much stuff.
Layla also found some stuff.
Yeah.
Do you still have that watch?
I didn't get to keep the stuff.
How much did you drink?
I found stuff.
I had
Found.
4 pints. 4
Of
pints?
just beer?
Really fast though. Like, you didn't have that much.
No. You had 4 pints too. Yes?
Maybe I had 5. No, 4.
Right. Did you learn anything about
Yes.
your dad?
Layla likes Charity's legs.
What?
What? That's not what we learned.
unless your dad happens to have been transplanted Charity's legs, that's not actually related to the question I asked.
Well.
I mean, like nudge Barnaby like really fucking hard. Like hard. Like if it hurts him, I don't care.
Make a strength kung fu roll.
Oh no.
Strength what?
Strength kung fu.
Injured.
Strength kung fu.
I thought you were supposed to be taking it easy, Barnaby.
I didn't expect to get nudged by
I
a
rolled a
Slayer.
1, but it's a 17, so it's 5 successes.
Barnaby, you would normally take damage at this point, but since you do have 4 points of armor from your trait, you don't take any damage. But that hits you really hard. Like you can feel one of the stitches in your jaw as you kind of jerk to the side.
Yeah, I didn't hit him in the jaw, like in side. His
Yeah, but he's
side.
not meant to make sudden mouth movements or be shocked or
Oh,
anything.
okay, so
But
he,
one of the stitches goes pop as he goes, oh.
Mr. Davidson was totally talking to Charity, and
No, she
Mr.
didn't see
Miller
him.
at some point, which is weird because your dad wasn't here when Mr. Miller was here,
Wait, Mr.
which
Miller?
I thought was interesting. Yeah.
Mm.
Wait, he met Mr. Miller?
Apparently, your dad was talking to him at this bar.
I just thought it was some rando. That might be Mr. Miller. Oh my god!
He said tweed
Wait,
jacket.
wait,
He
was it-
described him.
was he
It sounded like
described-
Miller.
That was
Was he
3 months ago.
Was he described as Mr. Miller or just as a guy in a tweed
Wait.
jacket?
Was Mr. Miller
Posh.
the one with the tweed jacket, or he had the tweed jacket, right?
Mr. Miller
You
had
just-
a jacket with tweed elbow patches and
Okay,
a
so-
tweed waistcoat, I think, yeah.
Posh guy. Tweed.
Like, there was apparently a guy in tweed at the other pub, but I don't... Like, how could that be Miller? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, he said it was like 3 or 4 months ago, which makes sense.
But Dad didn't turn up here at all until after...
That's what I thought was interesting. I think that your dad was here a little longer than you guys think he was.
That doesn't make sense.
It makes a lot of sense. Your
timeline
dad is like an axe wielding, not firefighter.
When timeline-wise did your dad actually move back?
About 3
Because
months
we're
ago.
in. It was, yeah. So the 3 months ago was when he moved here.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
it was definitely after Miller became a vampire.
Yes.
Do
Yeah.
you know
which was
anyone
like
else who has a propensity for
Almost
tweed?
5.
Wait, did Penny Moo wear a lot of tweed? No, because that would have been afterwards. He was
Maybe
gone.
also-
And he also had a bow tie. Like Penny Moo wore like a bow tie all the time.
Like, tweed isn't just exclusive to Mr. Miller, so it could be
He
other
described
people.
him, and it sounded like Mr. Miller.
Also, Miller was dead 3 months ago, right? Like not
yes.
vampire, so, like
There was a-
actually staked dead.
Yes.
Because
That was about 3 months ago.
yeah,
There was a gap of, like... I can't remember how long the gap was, but there was something of a gap between...
yeah,
Miller
because
dying
he
and
moved
that
back
becoming-
because it was after Miller died. Was
Yeah.
when Dad moved. I've got to like remember our timeline.
That's what Deadbird showed up for us after the whole Miller situation.
Shortly
But-
after,
But I think
yes.
there was intervening
and that
time.
was about 3 months
He
ago.
might have been here before, is what I'm saying.
He showed
I don't
up
think it was
because
after
you
the
were
Miller
shot,
fight.
Rob.
Yeah,
Okay, was that what it was?
Yes.
which was the same.
Oh no, you were shot and then you nearly died because of magic or something, and then he showed up because of that.
Because I was
Yeah.
thinking it was
It
accidentally.
was the
nearly
second
being
time
by
he
it.
nearly died. Yeah.
I can't remember if that was healing the injuries from
Yeah.
Miller shooting me or from another thing.
I think it was Imogen.
Yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't that much
Well,
of a
that
gap.
was all like in the same time frame anyway.
Yeah, that was like 2 weeks later or something. So roughly 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Like, the
Imogen will
reason he-
prey on you.
The reason he turned up was because I got injured, which happened happened about when we killed Miller. So why would he be here before? And it's not like Miller.
I don't know,
Just
but maybe you should ask your
turned up
dad
and wandered
something.
well, and that's
We
also
can't.
stuff
He's
that-
unconscious.
I know when he's awake.
But that was also about 3 months ago. So unless he was here, I mean, I guess we don't have precise dates, so we don't know if he showed up prior to Miller dying and Pennymoo also dying, because that was literally the same fucking night.
We're very busy people.
And because he wasn't here until about a week later. Do we know anyone else who likes to wear tweed jackets?
Do we know anyone else who likes to wear tweed jackets?
There's probably... Let me have a look at the list of teachers.
I guess we don't know that it's a
He
watcher.
described very specifically exactly how he described Mr. Miller. So
No, there's none of the teachers do.
I think it could have just been a watcher. Because
Another
there
one?
is apparently just two flavors. And there's dads and there's the nerdy ones.
Right.
I don't know. Henry was pretty cool, and he wasn't a dad.
Who's Henry?
He was my first watcher.
What happened to
What?
him? Did he not come over with you?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. So Charity was definitely there, but didn't
Looking
find,
for him.
and that was recently.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely
Like 2 or 3
suggests that
weeks
it,
ago.
charity was something to do with it, because this thing must have happened recently, because why would you set up a mind control then not use it for 3 months?
Oh yeah, for sure.
It takes
So I
some
guess
time, depending on how you would do it.
Oh, maybe. But the guy in the tweed jacket hasn't been turning up recently. Like, I
Maybe
definitely
she,
want to
like,
look
put
into that, because that
something
is...
Drink.
It could have been Miller, but it doesn't seem.
Layla's really proud of herself for thinking that.
It doesn't seem as likely that it was him, but maybe it was.
Just no one thinks that could be the thing. She put something in his drink, and he drinks it, and then now he's mind controlled. Yeah,
I mean,
no.
it could be. That's definitely a possibility. But most mind control spells aren't like rohypnol.
No.
Maybe it was just absinthe.
That's
Barnaby,
oddly
gonna
specific
get
suggestion, Barnaby.
And why would that make him try and kill us?
I don't know.
If Barnaby tries to kill us,
Either...
it's totally the absinthe.
Yeah.
Absence makes the heart grow harder.
I would guess
Oh
that
God, I hope not.
either something was slipped in his drink, but you didn't hear anything about that, so maybe not. Or
Yes.
Charity just tracked him down at some point and cast something, or
Barnaby, your phone goes off.
something.
Oh, okay.
It's Lucian.
Hi!
Oh, no.
Hey, Barnaby. I was gonna ask if you wanted to meet up. How are you okay?
Yes.
Sure. What are you up to right now?
I'm just hanging out with my friends.
Cool. Like,
Did
I was gonna ask
you want to...
about the
I mean, we could go at...
the bathroom thing.
What? No, I don't want to go there. I was thinking like a pub or something.
Maybe another time. You've
No,
obviously
no.
got a lot of stuff on right now.
Oh. Well, that's fair enough. What were you saying about the bathroom, though?
You know what? It doesn't matter. I'm
No,
probably
it's fine. I thought that was super weird.
the bathroom that they found the mangled body in, that you told me to go look at and then told me not to look at.
That's specifically not what happened.
Okay.
I
do you
told
wanna-
you the door was busted because the door was busted, and apparently there'd been blockages, gross stuff in there. And then you went in there anyway. And then it got weird because I ripped the handle off, and then it got even weirder when everyone found out about the body or whatever. And then I was like, oh,
I'm
fuck, I can't phone him now.
think he's talking to Lucian, but it's kind of funny watching him dig his own grave.
Should we stop him? I don't
No. No.
say something genuinely like that. Oh.
Say hi, everyone. They were
Hi,
talking about
everyone.
you.
Okay. So why did you tell me that stuff was broken in there?
Because it was broken. Have you been in there since?
No, like it's tipped off as a crime scene? Have you?
Oh, yeah. I don't think so.
Make a willpower influence roll with a -5.
My willpower influence ain't that great. So that's -7 to whatever this is. So I fail?
You fail. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, yeah, I've got a lot on right now, so maybe like I'll call you back sometime.
Okie dokie.
He's
gonna call me back.
Bye everyone.
He says bye.
Someone dropped!
No, Layla, come back.
Like
No,
you took
not
that
you.
literally.
Not you.
We lost Maggie.
Oh no.
I have
still in the right place.
I have backup plan. No, I don't have backup plans. This is the one I don't have backup plans for. No!
We have no GM now.
Ah! Wait.
Hang on.
Hi guys, I can GM from down here.
Lauren, if you go to your left, you can be the GM.
No!
Here?
There you go.
We're sharing the GM slot. Okay.
No. I'm taking charge. Barnaby dies.
I'm down with that. We're good. Wait. I can do Barnaby
Imogen
dying.
becomes a super witch, and nothing bad ever happens to her ever again.
Hi, I'm Barnaby. I dig my own grave and then pour the soil on top. There we go. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I'm super powerful Slayer Witch. Punchy punch.
I'm still just Rob.
But shorter.
What do I need to be? I need to be over here. There we go.
Oh no,
This is my-
Maggie's internet.
Our internet crashed.
So is this our mid-show show?
I think what happens is Layla passes out from all the alcohol.
Okay. Well, you did mention you wanted a mid-show, so we could do that now.
I didn't mean it literally. Maybe I did.
So Layla just says like bye.
Maybe she's just like, you know what? I want to do parkour, and then just runs over and jumps over some buildings for a
Oh
while.
my god. Parkour.
I think my favorite part is that while you're messing with this, I'm like occupying 2 spaces.
I know, I've given you more power. I've obviously made a massive mistake.
Hell, there's 2 of them.
Limited power. It's very dangerous.
You know, as soon as you fix this,
She'll be
Maggie's
back.
gonna turn up again.
I know. But I've
You
got
know,
to
we
try.
could just take an early break and then come back.
Yeah, let's take an 8-minute break. I'll fix this during the break. If Maggie isn't back, we can continue after. I'm going to talk down here from Barnaby slot. And we'll be back in 8 minutes after our early break. So feel free to enjoy some fan art. Go get yourself a drink because it's very, very warm. If you've got ice, that helps. But we'll be back in 8 minutes. Feel free to talk among yourselves and enjoy some fan art. Bye.
I punched to the groin.
There we go. That's in character. Hello! We're back! Sadly, no Layla. She is still passed out. So, with that, what would you all like to do?
Did we discover that they sneakily put just a fuck ton of Everclear in that beer? It was
Yeah, totally.
Everclear beer.
Maybe it's just like a really dirty line or something, and there was sedative in it. I mean, know.
Imogen will freak out slightly about the fact that her girlfriend's now unconscious, and then demand that drunk Barnaby pick her up and bring her back to the dorm.
Okay.
Careful!
She's the one that can take a hit from fucking massive demons. She'll be fine. Also, she just elbowed me and it really hurt.
Don't be mean. You deserved that.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not being mean. I'm being nice. I am carrying your girlfriend.
Carefully.
Carefully.
Don't you dare put your hands anywhere.
I mean, I'm going to have to because otherwise she'll fall. But whatever. I've got Lucian on my side now. I think he's into it.
He's really... When you sober up and remember what conversation you had with him, let me know if you need any help.
I don't know if he's into that, but I'll ask.
Imogen did not hear that, apparently.
Imogen was ignoring me.
Yup.
Okay, let's just go and work out a plan.
Would you like to get the bus?
Sure.
Okay.
We will get on the bus, head back to school, put Layla in bed, and pray that she didn't actually get ever cleared or rehypnoled at this bar. And then Imogen vows to maybe one day set it on fire in her mind.
Okay. You head back home, you get the bus, you get to the school dorms, you put Layla to sleep. What would you like to do?
So it seems like it was Charity. Like something might have happened with this guy in Tweed as well, but I don't. Does that relate? I mean, that was a while ago. There's a few things we could do with asking Dad when he wakes up, but first we need to make sure that he's going to be okay when he does.
Yeah, there seems like a reasonable chance he might still try to murder you when he wakes up.
We'll be ready for it. Just that possibility.
And do what? Knock him out again in the hospital?
There'll be drugs in the hospital
I
for
don't
knocking
think
people
that's-
out.
I think we should try and focus on canceling whatever's been done and just make sure that that doesn't happen. I don't want to, like, I only had one of those force field things. That took ages to make.
Maybe we should pursue other avenues of research and information before we go to the person who tried to kill you, and we don't know if he's better yet.
Yeah, maybe we can find out more about how you can control someone's mind, and then maybe we can find out what Charity did and reverse it. It's got to have been Charity.
I vote Charity as well. Said it all along.
Barnaby, make a Constitution willpower roll with a -5.
Barnaby takes a nap too. Just go ahead, turn your camera off, Josh. It's going to be a recent episode.
So I have a +7 and then a -7.
So
So
just
enjoy.
roll a d10.
Yeah. Is it even possible?
Yeah, 9 and 10.
No. Is the
As you
answer.
finish your sentence, you, without breaking stride, instantly vomit all over in front of Imogen.
Oh god.
Pardon me.
What did you drink?
Can Imogen use telekinesis and shove it in his face?
You can like fling a bit of it. Like telekinesis is
Yeah.
able to not really grab just liquid, but
Yeah,
it can
no,
grab some of it.
liquids are hard.
Sure. Yeah, you
It's like-
you can do that without rolling. You just manage to flick, and a bit of vomit, mostly liquid, sprays up over you, Barnaby.
Okay, well, good luck catching up with me. And Barnaby runs off into the distance.
Are they in the dorm room when he
You're
did
in the
this?
dorms right now, right?
You just getting back to the dorm, so did you
Yeah,
want
I
to be in
thought we
dorm,
were on
or-
the way to the dorm. Sorry.
Okay.
So he's running away with Layla still.
Yeah.
Also, side note, he would have thrown up a little bit over Layla, and the splash may have got a little bit on Layla. He managed to protect her for most of it.
God. Maggie's gonna be happy when
Watch
she
this
turns
video.
out again. It's like, so you're unconscious, you're covered in vomit. Had a great day.
Not yours.
We're all dead because you weren't around, you know.
And as soon as it happens after you get off the bus, you don't like run off the bus as it's moving. Okay, so you're at the foot of the road that leads to the school. Barnaby, you start running off into the distance, carrying Layla. Imogen and Robert, you are surprised and left a little bit confused.
Yep.
Okay. Why? They just had to go ask some questions. They just, like... We were fine.
I don't know why they... That pub is a travesty. Whatever they fucking drugged... Ugh. I mean, he just like waits for Barnaby to realize that he's running off with Layla and just starts walking back to the school, muttering angrily to herself, like, I could never send those two. They just get in trouble, and they're bad at doing this, and he didn't take care of Layla, and I'm gonna have to poke him to death or something.
Yeah, next time we'll stick with the normal split.
I don't know. Maybe I should have gone with Barnaby and keep him in line.
Okay. Since we're going to have to make a few changes on the fly here, Josh, you want to quickly look at Discord?
Yeah.
secret messages.
Okay.
Are you in?
Oh, I mean, yes.
Okay.
Oh, no.
I had this saved for later on, but sure. Feel free to RP Rob and Imogen while I quickly sort out the new plot.
Okay.
Great. Look, we need to figure out, like, this whole mind control thing is... God, it's like something out of a comic book. They made a fucking sleeper agent out of your father. So someone is strong enough to do that, and I don't think it's a one someone.
I don't know, from what we heard, Charity was pretty strong.
Yeah, but she's not magical as shit. Like, slayers and magic don't really go together, nor do vampires and magic.
So you think maybe the tweed jacket guy is the one we want to look at?
I'm positive it's the tweed jacket guy, and I don't think that was Miller. Like, his jacket wasn't
it can't
tweed,
be.
his jacket had tweed patches. There's an important yet subtle distinction there.
Yeah, tweed isn't, like, exclusive to Vampire Watcher biology teachers.
Yeah, I feel like tweed is some sort of uniform for some group we've never heard of. Look, I can hit the books and do some more research, but I have no idea what Barnaby's about to go off and do.
Yeah, we should keep an eye on him. I mean, I can keep an eye and just make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Give him plenty of water.
I think he needs more than water.
Yeah.
Okay. So, would you like to go home and rest the night?
That's probably pretty late. I mean, Imogen's going to keep walking. Does she figure out where Barnaby's going eventually? Or does he just disappear with Layla?
Do you want to wait a little while and figure it out and wait for him to come back? You can wait like half an hour or so.
She's probably walking back to the school in the direction that he was running, presumably, because that's where he started.
Did you run back towards the school, Barnaby, or did you run?
I just kept going in the direction we were heading.
Okay,
I
so you did
didn't
run
pick-
to the school then, because you kind of headed in that direction anyway. When you get to the school, what do you do with Layla?
Probably put her back in her dorm.
Okay,
Like,
so
prop
Imogen,
her up against the door.
you get back to the dorm and you spot a slumped over Layla, kind of a little bit covered in vomit, slumped in front of the door to your room.
I guess you want to sort out Layla. I'll go find out if Barnaby's gone to the dorms, or if not, track him down.
Yeah, let me know as soon as you know. Imogen, like, starts trying to drag Layla. It doesn't go super well. It probably takes a while for her to get her in bed and, like, get her cleaned up. She's like, I'm gonna fucking murder someone, and I don't know if it's gonna be Barnaby or the bartender or just this entire town.
So, Rob, you get back to your dorm, and Barnaby is there in a tangle of sheets, fast asleep. So it looks like he did take the time, because he got there way before you. He's pretty fast. He did clean himself up, and he looks like he had a shower or something. He is fast asleep.
Okay, that's good. And I'll somehow contact Imogen and be like, Barnaby's here, asleep, probably for the best.
Can you just hit him for me a little bit? Like, not a lot.
But he might wake up and do something stupid.
That's fine.
You can definitely
I
smell a lot of vomit from the communal bathroom down the hallway.
Oh, God.
And there's definitely a slight smell of vomit from the sink in your room.
He goes and, like, flushes the toilet because it probably hasn't been or something, and then tries to rinse out the sink and is like, I'm just gonna go to bed. Whatever. He doesn't punch Barnaby.
Okay.
He saves that till he's sober. Also, it wouldn't do anything.
You wake in the morning, the sun is out, it is lovely and bright. outside, the beginning of spring is really starting to kick in. It's still a little bit nippy, but the trees move with the wind as they start to grow their new leaves. Robert, you awake to see Barnaby awake just before you. Seems that going to bed early and having a very intense sleep manages to really sort it out, especially when you have a pretty high constitution and you're a hero.
Okay, I sit up like, oh, Barnaby, you're up. Are you okay now?
I'm pretty great, thank you. Morning. God, that was gross. It was absolutely everywhere. I think I got most of it.
Yeah. So, I guess we go meet up with Imogen and maybe Layla and try and do more research. Don't drink that much again.
Yeah, it was a pretty stupid idea.
Like, we were just supposed to be we just wanted information. You just had to ask some questions. Not drink 4 pints?
God, I have no idea. I literally have no clue.
Well, great information gathering then. I'm glad you've relayed it to us before you forgot it all.
Cool. Okay, I don't know what happened last night. What's the plan?
I think we're gonna look at more books and see if we can work out how you mind control someone potentially 3 months after planting something. Because Imogen thinks it might be the guy in tweed, because Charity doesn't do magic.
Charity. Right. Whatever. Let's go.
Alright, I guess we'll go to Imogen and Layla's dorm room. And knock.
Okay, you get to the dorm room. Imogen, are you awake or?
What time is it? I mean, it's Friday.
Yeah, so it's probably like 7 a.m.
Yeah, she's probably awake. She'll be just getting up.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I knock.
What? It's morning.
It's me and Barnaby. He's all right now.
Imogen opens the door and looks at Barnaby.
Oh yeah, and I throw a really crappy weak punch at Barnaby.
Barnaby punches him back.
No, that's not. It was because he doesn't remember.
What the hell was that for?
Do you remember anything from last night?
I have a vague recollection of lots of vomit. Cleaning it up was pretty difficult.
Yeah, it really was.
He didn't clean it up that well.
Anything else you remember?
Sleeping nicely.
Good. I think you had a lovely chat with Lucian at some point last night.
Did I now?
Yeah, he definitely said some really nice things about you. Sounded like you two were going out on a date soon.
Oh, cool. A date? Well, I better call him then.
You definitely should.
Cool. Okay, well, I'm gonna go do that then.
Rob just doesn't say.
No?
I'm going to get ready for class. She closes the door.
Okay.
Be careful what you say in that phone call,
Imogen opens the door again. Don't help him.
Okay, right.
He brought this upon himself. Closes the door again. Just staring at Robert.
Yeah, no, call him. It'll be great.
Okay. I will.
I'm gonna get ready for class.
Is Layla waking up?
Yeah, she's like snoozing on and off. She's been muttering in her sleep, something about fire. Something about Henry, something about fire. A lot more about fire.
Imogen, like, tucks her in. I don't even know. She's like, she's okay. I'm sorry. Shh. Have nicer dreams. Also, what the fuck did they put in your pint? I'm gonna go have words with him.
Okay. So,
Friday,
you're
right?
are you gonna have school as normal? Or would you like to do anything before school? Like call Lucian?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm gonna call Lucian.
Okay. Where's my soundboard?
Marvelous.
There's no answer.
Oh,
Hey, it's Lucian. If you want to catch me sometime, leave a message, and yeah, I'll like ring you back something.
I wait for the beep, and then. Hey, Lucian. Apparently I talked to you last night, so I was thinking, you, me, and a nice evening out. At that fancy place. You know the cheese wheel? Yeah, I think that would be fun. See me there tomorrow at 8. Catch you later. This is Barnaby.
Okay. Make a willpower influence roll.
Okay. That is a 16.
Okay, 4 successes. Yeah, that's pretty good. Sure. You leave the message. It seems pretty suave. You think you might get a response from that one. Okay. School's normal?
I think so. We
I don't
have
think
a
there's
free
any-
before lunch, so lunch is like 2 hours for us or whatever.
Yeah, we'll meet up then, I guess, for research and stuff.
Imogen, you're in? Okay. You have your classes. Your free rolls around before lunch. What would you like to do?
So we'll probably meet up somewhere. And be like, right, shall we start reading?
Let's get to it.
And see what way there is to get a delayed reaction mind control on somebody.
How to magically create a sleeper agent is what Imogen is searching for.
Okay. Barnaby, what are you looking for? Same thing?
Probably the same thing. I don't know if we've got like a threshold. Okay, sure.
Okay, in which case, if you can make your normal intelligence occult plus 4 rolls.
Quick math.
Add
Imogen's
3 to that,
success,
so
Barnaby.
13.
2 plus 2 is 14. Quick math.
Incorrect math.
It was quick though.
Okay, did everyone roll there? Yes, so we've got 5 successes, 1 success, 5 successes.
Mine's a 3, because add 4, but take away 1, because crisis.
Okay, in which case, yeah, you don't really find much. Imogen and Barnaby, you find... Let's be honest, Imogen's got the higher stuff for this, so it tends to be mostly Imogen finding the stuff. But Barnaby, every time Imogen finds it, you're like just behind her. You're like, oh yeah, no, I totally got to that. Okay, that's great.
Totally don't have a hangover.
But Imogen, you managed to find a few things. Firstly, delayed action mind control doesn't really tend to be a thing. It is possible you could make a spell and make it so that it does have a delay. Like you can make spells to do that if you wanted. Making mind control by like turning into a sleeper agent, like the normal, like making a trigger and a set of actions and implanting them psychologically could be done if you were like a really good telepath or something. Like there are a few demons that have telepathy and the ability to do a certain amount of rejigging of a person's psyche. That could be done. There are a few demons that do that, but that's a lot rarer than the normal mind control powers, mind control spells, or even hypnosis. That's pretty uncommon. Also, mainly because it involves a lot of effort, and demons aren't often known for their effort.
Witches are.
Even then, it could be done. It's just a lot more effort than, say, making a mind control spell.
If we find a spell like that, we should totally use it.
To do what?
I don't know. It could be fun. Use it on Bob.
That seemed... I'm pretty sure there's a lot of ethical implications with mind controlling people.
I know you're kind of a selfish asshole, but you're being a bit over the top right now.
Just thought it would be funny.
Sure. Is he like reading a book right now?
Yeah. I think you're all reading books.
Imogen will telekinetically slam it slightly into his face.
It like closes on your nose.
I just thought it'd be funny.
I think you need to work on your timing. Oh, come on. Wasn't it Layla that said something like that?
Like what?
Using stuff on people.
No, she
Slightly more
seems more
specific.
into the punching them.
I might be remembering this wrong.
Why are you
No,
so set
she
on
did.
using
She
this
did
spell?
say the other week about the merits of mind control and being like, that would be something we could use, maybe.
Mm.
Maybe she did.
Totally.
Why are you so interested in this?
Well, we've got to research it. Otherwise, who knows what would happen?
So you're volunteering to be a test subject?
No. I think other people need to be mind controlled.
Why? What for?
Oh God, I don't know. Can we just research this thing?
I've literally already found all of the information. Thank you very much.
By the way,
I could
got
stay
3
here and
steps.
research more. This place is pretty great.
Fine,
I think maybe
whatever you want. Are we back at their house, or were we
I
at
assume
school?
so, to take advantage of the cult library, unless you want to bring like a load of books with you. It's not a far walk away.
Look, I've got to go back to class. You skip all you like.
Bob, you staying?
I want to be back in time for class, but maybe I'll just spend a minute looking around and seeing if I can spot any clues.
Oh,
Here.
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll keep reading then.
I got 3 successes, by the way. That's what I meant when I said that. I don't know if you...
Oh, yeah, that wouldn't change the roll massively. Sorry, I thought you said you got a 3. I was like, what? You got a 3? Yeah, no, that wouldn't change things massively. You would maybe know that it is possible. It very much would depend on the ability to actually mess with someone's psyche, especially. You would need effectively some way of doing telepathy. Certain witches can do that. Certain spells can give you it short term, but that tends to be very much a more surface thing. So powerful witches can do that. And there are a very small subset of demons that can do that with enough subtlety to try and alter your psyche, but it's a very small subset. They're also pretty rare. Most demons tend to be of the punching kind. It's more likely it could be a spell or possibly even a hypnosis that was held off for a while or fought for a while, or maybe even just wasn't active. Like someone could be under a spell of mind control, like, tell me what they're doing. And then later on, oh, okay, now kill them. So.
Okay, so Rob's going to be going, it just doesn't seem... There's nothing here that stands out at all as what it could be, and I'm going to wander into Dad's room and start looking around with the sight glasses on.
Sure, make me a perception notice roll. If you're going to stick around for a while, Barnaby, make me another 2 rolls of intelligence occult +4. 3 successes,
12.
Rob. Oh, 12. 2 successes. You have a look around. You can't really see anything of massive note. Nothing here stands out as magical. There are like maybe a couple of the tomes in the collection that are vaguely slightly magical because they do deal with the occult, in particular spells or warding spells. But they're only very mildly. Nothing particularly stands out as being overtly magical in nature. There are no ongoing spells in your area.
And just general searching, does anything turn up?
No, nothing really turns up. You don't really notice anything of normal means. Wow. So 5 successes, and that other one is a 7? No, 6. Okay, so that's another 11 successes. Yeah, you don't really make much more headway, particularly. You think you've got a good deal of the knowledge to do with delayed action mind control that you're ever really going to have. There may be a few like small notes of, you have maybe like a list of 6 different types of demon, all of which are very specific and very unlikely to be a thing right now in your circumstance. But other than that, you don't really add a lot more to your knowledge.
Cool. Yes, also the sun changes how I look.
Yeah,
Over
you
the
turn to
course
dust
of
in it.
several hours. Not in game. I'm not a sparkly vampire.
Chilling in the dark.
Yeah, I should get like those professional lighting things instead of just IKEA stuff.
You mean a softbox?
Professional lighting thing.
Ah, yes.
If I'm done with research, I would probably go to school.
Sure. You get school just by... It's going to be like the end of school by the time you get there.
What day of the week is it?
Friday.
How long were we searching for? We have like 2 hours.
Barnaby wanted to spend a few hours there. Rob, I assume you go back after class.
Okay. So you mean I get back to school after class?
No, you get back to school for your classes. Barnaby gets back after
Okay.
class. So, do you want to meet up after school?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Barnaby, you have that slight bit of
Well,
extra
we would have
information.
biology together, right?
Sure.
Oh,
You'd probably
yes,
be a
we
little
would.
bit late to it because you did a lot of extra research, but you could
Oh, yeah.
just about catch that if you wanted.
Okay, well, wherever we meet.
Okay. You walk into biology a little bit late, but after biology you managed to catch up.
And I'm like, I tried looking around in the house and I didn't find anything. I sort of was hoping, because we knew he was fighting whatever the thing was. I was hoping maybe he managed to leave a clue for us or something, but nothing seemed weird.
That sounds like something a smart person would have done, but maybe not.
Maybe he was trying to hide it, or maybe he couldn't not hide it. I don't know.
Maybe he didn't know.
Maybe we should go back to the hospital for a bit.
We could see if he's woken up. And if he's already woken up, then
Don't know if that's a good thing. Maybe it is. Let's see. It's probably best if we're there.
Sure.
Alright, so I guess we go back to the hospital.
Sure. You head back to the hospital. Mr.
Yes.
Davidson is still in a coma right now. He's getting better. They do expect him to awaken in the next few days, but at the moment they can't give you any exact details on when it could be.
While we're there, like stood around his bed, I'm like, so you think it's the guy in tweed, but he hasn't. He was only seen a few times 3 months ago, right?
Yeah.
What else happened 3 months ago? It was the time that he arrived.
No, you're the one with a better memory than me.
I don't remember anything particularly out of the ordinary. And I look down at Dad in the bed and I'm like, but hold on. And I'm going to look for the injury that we saw before that looked like it was about 3 months old.
Sure. There's some slightly pinkish puckered skin there that's healed relatively recently. You can certainly see that there's something below the surface that's slightly aggravating it, which is why it hasn't healed quite as quick as it should have done. Having a look, you can just about tell that it seems to be possibly like fragments of wood or slight splinters.
This looks like it was at about the right time. Maybe he got this after he arrived. There's something
Well, who
in
would
there.
that be?
Hmm?
Who would have done that to him?
I have no idea. Maybe the guy in tweed.
I'm gonna have a closer look. Barnaby kind of wipes his hands together and then tries to pull out one of the shards of wood.
Okay, make a
Imogen looks aghast.
make a medicine intelligence roll.
What are you doing?
God. Medicine intelligence. That's just intelligence. What is that?
A success?
One success.
Yeah, the skin is healed over it, so you would need to like make a slight incision. It's only a minor incision, it's just below the surface. But I assume with like a penknife or something, you managed to make a small cut and just
He goes in with the penknife. Imogen's like, sterilize!
Well, okay. And then Barnaby like takes the thing out of his pocket, puts it on his hands, rubs it together, and is like, cool.
What is that?
I don't.
It's sterile.
Sterile rub for his hands, not the knife.
Oh yeah, also
not-
the knife. Sure, whatever.
What are you using to sterilize this knife before you stab your father?
It's just sterilizer stuff.
He's got
He
like a
puts
little
it back in his
sachet of
pocket.
like hand sanitizer or something.
It's a thing.
Like, I
It's
know we
fine.
want to
Don't
find
worry
out
about
what's
it.
wrong with him, but just stabbing him with a random knife is
Also,
not
did you
gonna...
apply your crisis penalty to that roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
So as they're discussing this, you manage to just make a small cut, which is maybe slightly deeper than it really should be. But you do manage to pull out a little slither of what appears to be a wood that has been varnished on one side. Looks like it's not like a wood that's been fresh or something. It looks like it has been treated and then made into something. But it's only a small fragment, like maybe about an inch long.
I think we could.
Just left these bits in it. Is it his leg or what's the?
That was
injury?
his leg, right?
Yeah. It was just near the hip.
I was like, he just left these in. That's not a good like. I mean, one splinter is reasonable, but there's like 20 in there or whatever.
Whoever did it got angry. I guess. Can we use this to find them?
We'll take it.
Better than nothing.
Here you go. And
Fine,
Barnaby.
forget specimen container.
We have a blur. We have a blur. Oh,
It's not. It's a Maggie!
Amazing!
Ah! Layla appears out of nowhere.
Can you guys hear me?
Just
Yeah.
about, yes.
Yes.
where are you?
Yeah.
Wait,
Are
she's
you
putting her
borrowing
headphones in.
someone's
She
Wi-Fi?
cannot hear right now. She's putting her headphones in.
Ah, gotcha.
She's in a bar.
Yeah, it makes sense. Relevant to the
That's fitting.
Sorry. You're probably going to hear stuff, so I hope that it works still. Also, it's really weird because I can't see all of you on the mobile version.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, it's like only allowing it to show who's talking. It's weird.
We're getting a lot of background sound, by the way.
There's a lot I can. How many people are in there?
There's like a million people in here. There's nothing I can do about that. I'll try to mute myself when I'm not talking.
Clear the room.
Okay. So you're all crowded around Dadbert as you pull out a sliver of wood from his hip. And Layla joins you, obviously feeling a lot better.
Okay, so we're like, you okay now?
Yeah.
Layla probably nods.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you, but someone else is talking to me.
Yeah, Layla walks into the hospital where they're crowded around Dadbert.
I don't know what's happening, so just keep going.
Oh, okay. Right. Well, I have a sliver of wood from Dadbert's leg, and I make sure to like place it in Imogen's hand.
Imogen, before he does that, like has stolen a specimen container and just is like, yeah.
Okay, well, here you go. And he makes sure to.
It's like, I'm not going to touch a thing that just came out of someone's body.
Okay, well, is it
That's
okay if I did it?
Yeah, go wash your fucking hands. No.
There's like little
Wait,
streams of
did you
blood.
just pull that out of him?
Yeah.
They made a cut in Dadbert.
You guys cut him open? Oh, to pull the thing out of his
Yeah,
the little
out of his
silver.
leg.
Okay.
Only a little bit. It's fine.
Imogen will take a closer look of it in the specimen cup. Like, I assume she doesn't notice anything particularly special about it.
Make a perception notice check.
Nope.
It appears to be
Damn
a
it.
small bloody sliver of something.
This is disgusting, but it's fine.
Are we working out where it's from or what it's from?
She'll like go over. I mean, we're in a hospital room, but I presume if she opens enough drawers, she'll find like gloves and things like that. And so she like gloves up and then like gently cleans it off with like Q-tips and like gets it all like sterilized and pristine, or maybe not sterilized, but like at least not covered in blood anymore, and sees if like anything is revealed about it. But if not, she's like, maybe we can track this back in some
Make
sort
a
of.
science perception roll.
Have we ever used science?
So it's like
Once or
science is
twice I
a skill.
I
have.
think Rab has for sure.
Yeah,
I have
Rob
5
has.
points
This
in
is-
science.
Not gonna go super well, so I'm gonna add a drama point to this because otherwise I'm adding only 2. Yeah, 14 is way better than.
Yeah, it seems to be a sliver of wood from something, maybe like a piece of furniture or something that's definitely been treated on one side of that sliver.
Let's go back to your house and see if any furniture's broken.
While Imogen was looking at it, Rob is going to put on the sight glasses again and look very, very intently at it in the hope that that gives him bonuses on his roll because he's looking at one thing.
Perception notice roll. No, it'll be a lower threshold.
Okay, that works. That's what I need. Natural 10, 16, which is actually 15, but
4 successes. It is completely mundane. There is some blood on what appears to be a bit of wood.
yeah, I stare very, very intently at it and I'm like, I don't think there's any magical properties. So all
Well-
this does is point to an injury he got that he never told us about, presumably after he arrived. Which is
Stakes
still...
aren't normally treated wood because that's a waste of time. So it's probably not a stake. It's maybe a fight. Do we know, is he in a bar fight? Was he
Lots
in a
of
fight at your
fragments.
house?
Like, I mean, maybe it's like maybe it was a bar fight. Like, if you get smashed into a big wooden table or something, you might get lots of little fragments.
He definitely didn't get into one at the cheese wheel, and she looks pointedly at both Layla and Barnaby like, did he get into a fight?
They never mentioned. Wait, they did mention a fight, right?
They definitely mentioned
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah. Yeah, they did mention something about him getting into the bar fight. Has a lot of ruckus, but the barkeep is actually cool with it.
Who
Could
did he
be
get in
that
a
then.
fight with?
Did he mention who he got in the bar fight with?
He just said a couple of the other patrons.
Yeah, so we relay that, but we don't know who.
So that
Well,
might be
maybe
the
we need
cause
to
of
get
it
a bit
then.
more information.
Imogen said you need to get a bit more information.
Shall we go back
Yeah,
to the bar?
that's it. I don't have anything else to say to that.
Yeah, we could go back to the pub and ask questions and not drink anything this time.
Yeah. You two aren't allowed any more alcohol ever.
What?
That was
I'm
fine.
pretty sure he was serving you Everclear with like a bit of beer in it.
I mean, that's a good thing, surely.
No, that's a really quick. You're mortal now. You have a liver you need to take care of.
Yes.
You know what a liver is.
No,
we're in a
though.
I'll be
I only
honest.
lived once. When I live on the edge.
Yeah. What Layla said, and Barnaby like claps her on the shoulder. Yeah, totally. More drinking.
Can we just not drink this time? Let's just go and ask some questions. Like, what was the guy like that you asked? Are we gonna be able to get anything more out of him?
He's kind of expensive.
Did you
Barnaby
ask him nicely, or did you just give him the money?
Barnaby looks in his wallet and he was like, I think I just gave him the money.
God, you idiot. You're a bloody
He
intelligent.
asked nicely, but also had to pay money.
Okay. I mean,
Right.
I guess
let's-
it's Barnaby's wallet. Let's go.
Fine.
Do you remember any of what happened?
No.
Where were you last night?
What do you
Barnaby,
mean?
Roll me
When I was running.
Make me a willpower intelligence roll.
Willpower intelligence, okay. I was running, and then
And before that,
I got before that.
A bar, dingy bar, maybe some kind of bar.
It was gross.
It was gross, but it was actually kind of cool.
as like Imogen will sort of intentionally be walking next to Barnaby, as like Robert and Layla head out. Are we heading back to the bar?
That's what you said, unless you want to make a different play.
I'm assuming you want to know more information, right?
Yeah.
Wait, what time of day is this?
It's after school, so it's be about 6 or 7 by now.
Friday night.
Oh crap! I got a date in a little bit.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
do. You do. As Imogen saddles up next to you, you get a call back.
Sorry, Imogen. Lucian calls.
I'm sure he is.
Hey.
Yeah, she is.
Barnaby, you know, you want to like meet up? Sure. Are you free in like half an hour?
Yeah, totally. I'll. Where do you want to meet?
The cheese wheel sounds pretty cool.
Well, I guess I'll see you there. I'll try and get there on time. I've got a quick thing to do with my mates, but catch you
Sure.
there.
All right, cool. See you then, man.
Treat 'em mean, keep 'em keen.
A quick
I'll be
question.
late.
Barnaby, have you been to the cheese wheel before?
I know where it is. Yeah,
Okay. But have you been to it?
yeah, sure.
When did you go?
Oh God, I can't remember.
Is it like another date with someone?
I
Might have been a
don't
date.
know that-
Ballerina
I don't-
date.
think it was Barnaby.
Imogen is intentionally having this conversation out of earshot.
Oh, okay, so Rob doesn't hear. Okay,
Oh,
fair enough.
well, Rob, then in which case you would know that Imogen is trying to whisper quite lowly, because Barnaby's, I assume, with the group. So you would know that Imogen is making whispery discussions right now, because you're all very close together.
I mean, I'll probably look over and be like, it's probably a thing about Lucian, okay.
I'll just listen in.
She is definitely asking about dates that Barnaby went on at the cheese wheel.
Yeah, so
Do you think that's a good location for a date? Are you sure that's going to impress Lucian?
it's pretty fancy, so
He doesn't strike me as a fancy bloke.
yeah, but you gotta impress people sometimes. It's
Yeah, you're going to need all the help you can get in that. That's when she starts speaking normally.
Imogen is savage.
She is also suspicious right now.
She's very savage.
Kind of weird.
Savage, suspicious, and weird. It's all three. Okay, are you just going to then just drive back to Little Rosewater? And then by the time you get there, Barnaby, you will only have about 10 minutes before you're going to have to head over to the cheese. Well, if you are going to be on time. If you want to be a little bit late, then you can play that a little bit.
oh yeah, I'm gonna be a little bit late.
Okay,
It's fine.
fashionably
We'll
late,
do-
sure.
Yeah, fashionably.
Okay, so you're getting in the car, you drive back, you manage to find some parking, and you head over to the Noisy Cart. Those of you who haven't been there before, it is a gloomy corner of a side street in town. Dark, a large wagon wheel stapled to the top. The lettering is a little bit dim. Some of the lights covering the lettering don't exactly work very well. As you enter, it is poorly lit, lots of dark corners, and there do seem to be about 7 patrons here, one of whom has a broken nose, one of whom is sitting at the end of a bar, looking into his pint sorrowfully. And there's a guy behind the bar, constantly cleaning a very dirty glass with a very dirty towel. Hey, you come back. What do you want? More beer? Or just beer this time?
No, we got some more questions for you this time, buddy.
Aye, okay. A round of drinks for everyone. That'll be, call it 25 quid.
How about you just answer a quick question for us? You know the fight you're talking about? Who was in that?
Make a willpower influence roll.
I will attempt to, but I might need help with rolling because I'm on a phone.
I can roll for you.
Okay.
Uh-oh. GM rolls.
Oh no, you're out of one! Isn't that terrible? 1 second, then I'll pull up your character sheet. How do you even roll? Like, I've never used a character sheet before.
Because I usually use those macros that I have, and like the problem is
Okay.
they're not showing up on the tablet, which is a little weird.
That's fine. Influence is 3, willpower is 3, so that's 1d10. Roll 1d10 plus 6. Minus, you don't have a crisis, so actually you're good. 13, 3 successes. However, last time you were here, you did try and mug people and then run off with the money you agreed to.
I gave him the money. Also, he told me to do it.
Eventually, and under duress. I think I'll be wanting that, the money for the drinks up front this time.
As opposed to last time, you got the money up front last time.
Sounds like a perfect deal then, doesn't it? It worked last time, it'll work this time.
It didn't really work last time. I think you got the better end of this deal. I also helped you fix your Patreon problem, your patron problem.
Yeah, the Patreon probably couldn't get anyone to sign up. It was terrible. The tiers were all messed up. The goals were just ridiculous. Like, he wanted this, like, you know, meetup thing every month. It was terrible.
I think pubs are dying out. They've got to find outside funding.
There we go.
Crowdsource.
Aye, well, call it 25 quid and you can all have a beer and you can ask some questions.
Unlimited questions this time.
Fine. You did manage
But
to
no
get them to
refills.
pay up in future as well. They paid for their pints up front tonight, so fine.
I look at
25
Barnaby
quid.
and like shrug.
Have you considered a different business strategy?
He looks kind of bemused. What do you mean?
Well, tabs are an incredibly dangerous thing when you have patrons that are not reliable. Maybe you should just get everyone to pay up front instead and increase the quality of your merchandise.
Aye, but if I make them pay up front and then they stop buying when they run out of money.
And then you don't have to buy merchandise no one's going to pay for.
Oh,
Look,
no,
if you're
they
gonna
pay
do
for
classes-
it, but they have to pay eventually. Or they get their legs broken.
Do you charge them interest?
I like how
That's
you
a good
think.
idea.
Consider that a free piece of advice in exchange for absolutely no money.
I like this one.
Or
She's got a pretty
it can
face
cost
and a pretty
25
mind.
quid.
Don't touch her, she's mine.
I think that makes us even, don't you?
Except the fact you're students trying to drink. And if you want to
Are we?
drink... Make a willpower influence roll. I'm just going to call it charisma rolls. Just make a charisma roll.
Just a charisma.
And you can
accounting
add your attractiveness for this.
Oh, okay. Willpower, influence, attractiveness.
What was that, Rob?
Other pints, has he given them to us already?
No, he was about to pour them and then you started complaining about prices.
15.
I would have picked one up and been like, and you've just served us.
Fine.
4 successes. I
Bye.
scratch your back. You scratch mine. Figuratively.
Oh, shame. Buy your pints and you can ask some questions.
So that will be about, what, 250 a pint?
$2.60 a pint. Yes.
And I'll throw in an extra pound for the tip. She takes Barnaby's wallet and gives him like 10 quid.
God damn it.
Barnaby is out of cash. You have to use card. I also accept Visa, MasterCard, Amex.
Do you accept kittens? Kitcoin.
Has she been drinking already? He says to Layla. She seems a bit...
What? I seem a bit?
No. That last there. She seems a bit, has she been drinking already?
No.
Okay.
I think you'd know if she was drinking.
Right.
I feel like Imogen would be a lightweight. I don't know.
Oh god, Imogen is such a lightweight. She's got constitution too. She just sleights of hand her drinks to other people.
Okay. Here are your pints.
Thank you.
Drink up. What are you going to ask?
There was a fight here about 3 months ago, and I'm sure it stands out slightly in your mind because it involved people that don't normally get into fights. Some furniture might have been damaged.
I know they get into fights all the time. It was those two over there, the ones that your friend dealt with the other day.
Oh, perfect. Do you know what they were fighting about?
Yeah, it was something about, they asked him to buy them a pint because they're out of money, and I'd cut them off. And your man, he was saying that no, he actually just wanted to be left alone, and he didn't put it in the most tactful way. And then they got a bit rowdy, they got into a fight, and your man slayed them out immediately.
I don't think that's going to help us with what we're going for.
Well, I'm sorry. which case, you should probably ask the right questions next time.
Oh, I was talking to Imogen, not you.
Did you lose any furniture in the process? Probably happens all the time, right?
Oh, you mean broken?
Yeah.
No. They took it out back.
Right.
You're awfully interested in my furniture.
Well,
He
some
has
of
a
it
thing
ended
for
up-
furniture.
Just, seeing if, your establishment was in any way involved in the fight?
Yes, they had the fight, starting in my establishment and then out back. I came out to serve drinks to the people watching. It was great for the work.
Barnaby grabs Rob and is like, okay, let's look out back then. Yeah?
Yeah.
We can get out there.
I mean, if you leave the girls here, they can drink for free.
Another time.
I'll hold you to that.
Imogen shakes her head slightly as she walks away.
Layla's like, do you want to come back here again?
No, God, never.
Okay.
As they are leaving. Out back.
Out back, there's a small alleyway. There's a couple of bins. Couple of bin bags that are split open. Detritus scattered across the alleyway. A couple of rats feasting on it. Do you want to make
Any splinters of wood?
perception notice checks?
That's a 12, so 2 successes from me.
9, 1 success.
12.
14?
Yeah, having a look around, you managed to find some matchsticks that are broken, but no similar bits of semi-varnished wood.
From the sign of it, the fight didn't... Well, whatever caused him to get injured didn't happen here or inside. Nothing wooden got broken unless there was a weapon.
Rob, make a intelligence notice roll.
Okay. It's a 15.
Full
Four
successes.
successes?
Yeah, when you say weapon that was made of wood, you do notice that there is one weapon made of wood out here.
Oh, okay.
Layla's holding
was
it.
Wait, what's she holding?
Her stake.
Oh. Is it varnished?
Yeah, to prevent it from splintering her hand when she uses it.
So when Imogen earlier said that stakes aren't varnished and you didn't say anything,
I
she
missed
was
that.
wrong?
I didn't hear that.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Imogen very explicitly said stakes aren't normally
That was
varnished.
the first thing we said.
Lauren would assume stakes are not varnished.
If you're making them from fresh wood, then they don't need to be varnished because the fresh wood doesn't splinter as easy, but as it gets older, it does start to splinter. You would need to varnish it.
Right, okay then.
I know which bit that was. That was the vamping bit. No pun intended. That's why you didn't
Well, that
hear
was
it.
when we were at the hospital still around the bed.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, someone
then.
listened to me.
I remember it too.
Thank you. Imogen retcons everything that she said. Stakes are normally varnished is in fact the words that came out of her mouth. So maybe it was a stake or a piece of furniture. But why would he have someone stabbing him with a stake?
Maybe he was trying to stab someone with a stake, but then it didn't go the right way, and then it turns on you. I kind of had that happen a couple times,
We should
Few
definitely go find Charity.
several times.
That brings us back to Charity again. So wait, but that means he got in a fight with Charity 3 months ago.
It doesn't necessarily mean charity.
Just a powerful
I mean,
vampire.
maybe it was another vampire, but
that could have. I mean, again, that does point back to potentially Miller, but that seems less likely because he was probably dead by then.
come
Right, let's
on.
go find a vampire and beat some information out of them.
If we can get it out of a vampire that isn't Charity, that'd be much nicer and safer than getting it out of Charity.
That sounds like great
Yeah,
fun.
I don't think we're ready to deal with Charity.
Yeah. And as I guess we set off somewhere being like, where are the normal vampire haunts? And Rob's like, but why wouldn't he mention that he got in a fight with someone? Like, he was complaining about, like, our communication and not reporting on everything we've been doing.
That's because adults are terrible and they don't communicate.
Maybe.
Alexa, turn the studio light on.
You need to worry about
And
it.
you think that young adults don't do that? Or do that?
I guess we're not
Yes, he-
much worse than them.
Just saying.
I guess he hid it. Promise got into a fight with Charity or a minion or multiple vampires. Got defeated. I mean, maybe they knocked him out, cast something, and then he woke up and thought he'd won and just left it.
That's possible. And he figured out that something had happened and he tried to fight it and eventually it didn't go well.
Yeah.
Barnaby.
Okay, yeah, I guess we find a
How are
vampire
you
and
imagining this
learn.
piece of wood's gonna change anything anyway? Like, what information are you guys thinking you're gonna get out of it?
I guess we just want to know if we're going to grab a vampire and beat them up and find out if Charity's been interacting with George.
We already know she has.
We should just go straight to the source.
To Charity.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if we're ready for that.
Do you want to die?
Well, we can run away if she ends up trying to kill someone.
You win. Win.
Barnaby, she was toying with me and almost murdered me. She's a vampire and a slayer.
Yeah. But was anyone else there?
Fair enough.
I'll back you up.
I'd
You're
rather
still
not
injured.
test- Yeah, I'd rather not
He
test
makes it
our
out.
I'm
ability.
feeling better.
Let's just find a vampire. There's plenty of them. She's probably turning them all the time. One of them might know some of her plans or have seen something. Though I don't know what we can threaten a vampire with because it's not like we're not going to dust them at the end of the interrogation.
Totally. And if she was toying with you, she can still be interested in toying with you now, which means she won't
No,
try and kill you,
let's
and
just
she
go
might tell you
find-
things.
Stop trying to get us killed, Barnaby. Let's just go
I'm
find
not
a
trying to
vampire.
get you killed. I'm trying to get us information.
Speaking of which, Barnaby, your date should have started 10 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. And I'm
I'm gonna just like telekinetically poke him in a wound.
Okay.
Why? And Barnaby
'Cause you're
like
injured.
go. Yeah. Whatever. And Barnaby looks at his phone and is like, we can go. You were thinking about doing the vampire thing tonight, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Barnaby just texts Lucian saying, Soz thing came up. Catch you tomorrow?
You get a
I
reply.
mentioned, by the way, that
saying-
when he gave Lucian the message, it was for a date on Saturday, not today.
Yeah, but you get a reply back saying, sorry, busy
We
Saturday.
rearranged it.
You get a reply back saying, sorry, busy Saturday. You sure? Question mark.
Very sure.
Fine. Another time.
Yeah. Sorry. This totally wasn't the plan. I had very different plans in mind. Winky face.
Make a willpower influence attractiveness roll.
Yes, more attractiveness through text. And it is +4 to this.
So 16. Okay, you go reply back saying, like, do you want to just meet up quickly for, like, winky face?
I will meet you at the cemetery. Everyone?
Okay, he says it to us.
Yeah? Yeah, I don't try and meet Lucian at the cemetery.
You were like,
Yeah.
all right then.
Okay.
Rolls
I
her
won't be
eyes.
long. Promise.
Okay.
I'm sure you won't.
So the rest of you head to the cemetery. Is that the plan?
Yeah, I guess so. And with
Or-
Barnaby gone, it's like, well, I guess that's the vote then. We're going to get a normal
I
vampire.
think we need to
Slay a
just get.
vampire.
We're getting somebody else, not her.
Yeah, I think we're trying to get a normal vampire and get some information about them, either like where Charity is, or what they know about her plans, who's she working with. Just
I don't know about that. I think like if we're gonna do that, then we should find a vampire that is part of her posse. Like how I don't know how to go about that though.
Well,
Yeah.
with any luck, when we find a
Because
vampire,
grabbing like a random vampire and trying to like be like do their charity is not like the smartest thing to do.
We could
I'm
just
just saying.
work our way through vampires. Like, do you know, like get ourselves closer and closer and just like go through a string of vampires. Because I don't know how else we're going to find one.
You find the pusher on
montage
the
of
street, then you
beating
find
up
the
a
dealer,
bunch
then
of
you find the
poor
dealer's
vamps.
supplier.
Yeah, it's basically a montage of Layla beating up vampires
Need a montage. Okay.
until we
so
get
you-
to one that has information.
So you head to the cemetery. Meanwhile, Barnaby, you heading to the cheese wheel?
Yeah, I'll meet him there and then we'll probably go to her place.
Okay. So very quickly, you pop into the cheese wheel. He's there. He's got like a pint in front of him. He's got a pint there sitting on the other side of the table for you. Hey, Barnaby. Like you want to get a pint real quick and then...
Yeah, sure. Barnaby picks up the pint and downs it.
Make roll a d10 plus your attractiveness.
It's going real quick.
Ooh.
You know what? Like, maybe you just take like a rain check. You were obviously like in the area and decided to blow off the date. So
Oh no, like I rushed here. Like we had a thing. But like if you don't want to, that's fine. I mean, we can do it again sometime, but my friends need me and
charisma influence roll. No attractiveness.
that's fair. 16 again?
He's already a bit suspicious. Maybe like you should just go hang out with your friends. I'm gonna, find some other people to hang out with who actually want to.
All right. I think for a minute. And then I put my hand on his shoulder and I'm like, I'm sorry about this. But,
Yeah, like- Sure, whatever.
I'll see you around. And then Barnaby leaves.
Okay. So, at the cemetery. It's a little walk there. Barnaby's pretty quick. He'll catch you up shortly, but you get to the cemetery. You're going to go vampire looking. Okay. Layla, Imogen, Robert, roll me perception notice.
a 9.
1 success, 3
He's
success.
not doing great.
0 success. Okay. You wander around for a little while in the dark, looking for vampires. Barnaby catches up to you shortly thereafter, looking like he's jogged after you. You have anything to say to him?
Hi.
Didn't take long.
How quick they go?
Not the way I hoped, but you'd probably find him around some
What
other
do you
time.
say?
Oh, wasn't happy.
Yeah, no wonder.
Imagine not. Can you change the date or something?
I probably could have. Oh well.
You know, he thinks you murdered the person in the bathroom, right?
Oh man, I didn't think of that. Yeah, he probably thinks you murdered him.
Yeah, but like, we were both sexy. So, what's that between friends? I don't know.
I don't think that's how relationships work.
I'm also pretty sure that doesn't stand up in a court of law.
Mm,
Well, I don't know
Let's
about
just
that.
hope I
That sounds
don't.
like a great relationship to get started with. Seems like you're all just a bit prudish. You hear from not too far away.
Is that Charity?
As you look around into the dark, you can see, probably about 10 meters away, Charity sitting on top of a small mausoleum, swinging her legs
Oh,
back and
just the
forth.
person we were looking for advice from, especially on dating.
I just get like the Game Boy out of my pocket slowly.
Oh, look, it's Charity, the single vampire slayer.
Oh, don't be so harsh. You still owe me a kiss.
You
I can
what?
fill in.
I turn around like you.
I think we had different understandings of the terms of that deal.
I don't know.
Thanks,
I think
though.
your I think your friend's a lot more interesting than you are.
She looks at the three of them. Which one? I need you to be more specific than that. Stop being so fucking cagey.
She sort of jumps down from the mausoleum, lands lively, starts to walk around you. And as she does, you notice that there are 2 or 3 other people in the darkness nearby watching.
Oh, looks like you brought your friends too.
That's a bit nice. I don't think she has friends. You're being too generous, Layla.
Well,
Even if she has to make them her friends. Make friends.
I popped into class the other day after the sun had set and had a look around. I managed to find your timetable in the school records.
Which class? Again, be more specific.
Well, I decided since we made such a good start of the biology class, just to continue from where we left off. As the 3 people now become a lot more distinct as they walk forwards, you can make out that there are 3 students from your biology class.
Which students? This matters, EE.
Pardon?
We have friendships.
I mean, they're people you vaguely know, then maybe not your friends, but they're people you do know in passing from your
Okay,
biology
so it's not
class.
like Janet or something. All right.
It's not like
Please
Janet.
tell us it's Ned. It's Ned and Ryan.
Yeah, is it
Strangely
Ned
enough-
or Brian.
Strangely enough, Ned isn't there. Brian is.
Oh, damn.
In the center of them is the larger form of Brian, along with 2 people you do recognize from biology. One of them you've maybe spoken to occasionally. It's a guy who's pretty quiet, keeps to himself. He's not a particularly good student, so he's not like he's quiet because he's super intelligent. He's just quiet because he doesn't know what's going on in biology. By the name
Really? You
of
chose Brian out of all the kids in our bio class?
To be
Bill.
fair, is pretty stacked.
And there's also a lass by the name of Lilith.
I think it's just asking for trouble.
Can I quietly ready my stake thrower?
Did you repair it?
Yeah, I repaired it in last after show.
Okay. In which case, you may. I would assume it's probably vaguely ready already, considering running around a cemetery at night. As she walks around, she stops behind you.
Oh, I never let her behind me. I'm going to keep my eyes on her at all times.
You can turn around, but
I remember
she's
what happened last time.
sure she's behind the group from where she started. Here's the deal.
Oh, we're making deals now.
Oh, I'm making a deal. You can choose whether you accept it or not. One kiss,
Throw it on me.
and you can leave.
Nah.
I volunteer.
We're just going to be like a
I
nominee.
want to kiss Barnaby, sure.
Okay, handsome.
Already got blown off tonight. Now it's time to change the tables.
I thought that was the problem, is that you hadn't been.
Yeah. Now is... Yes, God damn it. Okay, fine. Didn't go well. No need to rub it in.
Oh, did you have a poor date?
No, the
Like,
date was
that's not the
fine.
worst one. Question before you make out with Mr. Volunteer over there.
Sure.
What did you do to George? Or do you know who did it?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, you can roll a charisma roll. Actually, no. This is. What did we decide this was? Perception influence.
Yeah, she's not a great liar. Oof, one success.
She might be telling the truth. You're not sure. It's very hard to get the gauge of her. She is very cagey and all over the place with her discussion points. It's really hard to pin her down as to what she actually means or her motivation. But you think she might be telling the truth. Okay, gorgeous. Step forwards.
Barnaby nudges Imogen and motions for like...
Fire? Is that what he's trying to do?
No, he's trying to do shard. What?
To pull... She like just takes it out and shakes the container.
Yeah, he grabs it, walks up to her, and is like, "Do you recognize this?"
Okay, you walk up to her?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
sure.
as he approaches, Rob does raise his arm and point it at Charity, saying, "Don't try anything."
Aww.
Yeah,
You're
if
the
you do
least
anything to
attractive
him,
one in the group. I wouldn't try anything with you.
You know what I mean. I hear this hurts a lot.
She puts her hand forwards and grabs you by the collar, Barnaby, and moves you in between her and Rob.
That's fine. Barnaby grabs her wrist, like really tightly.
Okay, make a strength plus strength roll.
Yay!
I want to kind of brush myself. to the side
Well
by
done,
side.
Barnaby. The
Sorry.
one.
What was that, Layla?
I was saying while she's distracted with them, I want to kind of like get not behind her, but like to the side of her, just in case.
You can't really do that. She's very much looking at your group. Barnaby's like there, so she can see past Barnaby to your group, and you're
Well, I'm
small...
right next to Barnaby, then I'm not going to let him be out of my reach. Then.
Well, you'd have to walk forwards with Barnaby when Barnaby walked forwards.
Yeah, I'm walking forwards with Barnaby. I'm not going to let
Okay,
him.
as you
feel
walk
up.
forwards and she grabs Barnaby, she's like, not so close, Slayer.
Oh, if you want a kiss from him, you're going to have to deal with some voyeurism.
You can watch from over there. Don't be jealous.
I'm fine right here.
Okay. We might have to delay our kiss a little bit since she wants to get in the way.
That's fine.
Hey, I'm not in the way. I'm just standing.
And Barnaby just shakes the thing in front of her and sees, like, tries to gauge her reaction.
Okay, make a perception influence roll. Also, because you rolled a 1 and she's very strong, she pulls you in and puts one hand to the side of your head, gripping your chin.
Damn it.
She doesn't seem to pay any attention to it, or any attention that she does pay, no flicker of recognition, but partly because you are just shaking what appears to be a small fraction of wood in a glass vial.
It came out of George.
You're having a very hard time speaking right now as she has
Oh, okay.
kind of forced your chin over and got a hand along the side of your mouth.
It came out of George.
Layla,
Distracted. Can I move around at all myself?
Not really. There are 3 other vampires watching you very close. Like, you can try, and you will probably fail and be very close to a vampire. You can certainly try if you desperately want to, but bear in mind you are very much
I don't think
ambushed.
you know how kissing works. It's usually your mouth goes on another person's mouth.
Yeah,
I don't know why you're
Layla.
like that.
Yeah, no. Right now I'm threatening to break your friend's neck if you don't stand back.
Touchy. Whatever you say, Catherine. And I back up.
Okay.
While she's distracted, can I try and pickpocket her and see if there's any magical juju in there that she does magical stuff with?
Make a crime dex roll. That is something she is not looking at. That is fine.
I will do a drama point for this. 21.
6 successes. Yeah, you managed to go through her pockets, which are very tight, but surprisingly, she doesn't really feel your hands going into her pockets. There isn't anything really in there. There's like a stick of gum and a phone. However, as you move your hands around, you do feel that tucked into her waistline at the back is a stake.
Okay. I'll grab... What would be more useful? Probably the phone, right?
Yeah, for 21, I'll say you can grab one of those objects.
Okay. I would grab her phone.
Okay. You managed to grab her phone without her noticing. And as Layla backs off, she does.
Ooh, if I
release
feel
her
the stake,
hands.
is it varnished?
Yes, it is.
Fair enough. That's
She
all I
releases
needed
her
to
hand
know.
from your mouth and brings you forwards for a kiss. Are you going to kiss her?
I'm a little more reluctant now. So no.
Can Rob get a torch out of his bag?
Sure. As you do so, Brian moves forwards.
Why did you agree to kiss her and then now you're not? Now you're just gonna get like bit.
That's what I thought he meant by a kiss. Did you mean a kiss, or did you mean the embrace of a vampire?
I meant that you're just
I'd kiss her on the lips if that's what it took for her to let go of me. Sure.
No, she was going in for an actual kiss.
An actual kiss, then
Yeah.
yes.
yeah.
Okay. In which
Okay.
case, yeah, no, she does kiss you, full tongue and everything. And bites your lip. Bites your lip hard enough to draw blood as she pulls away.
Ah. That was me.
She has very,
Doesn't-
very
doesn't that
piercing
have,
blue
like, an
eyes. Pun?
If they bite you in any way, doesn't it do something to you or no, not really?
No, she likes the taste of the blood, but it won't do anything really. Yeah, no, she's looking into you very intently, very close up with her blue eyes. You'll take this somewhere else. Your friends are boring.
No. I think we've had our deal.
Yeah. Okay, you can all go, she says, still holding Barnaby to the side.
Yeah, as soon as you let go of him.
Oh no, I said I'd let you go.
You is a bit
The
too
deal
vague.
was you were gonna kiss him and we aren't going anywhere.
It's considered plural, so you needed to specify if you weren't going to let one of us go when you said you. I can clearly see you didn't finish school. How do you feel about the Watchers, by the way?
Talk. Oh, yeah, no, I hate the Watchers. You should too, if you knew more about them.
Well, you could help us with that, if you were willing
Yeah.
to talk.
I could try and kill some
Yeah,
Watchers.
wouldn't mind knowing more about what you think about them. Like I said, I don't have any stake in what they have going on.
Next time a Watcher comes to town, I'll let you help me kill them. I've already killed 2 Watchers so far in Rosewater.
Who was the other one?
3.
You don't think your dad never talked to anyone for the Watchers Council, did you?
Do they like to wear tweed by any chance?
Yeah, their fashion sense really skews toward tweed. I did you a favor. They tend to meddle.
Look, I'll get a new watcher if you just leave their dad alone.
How close are the 3 vampires behind them?
Spread around.
Okay.
It was an ambush. You rolled very low on your perception roll.
Yeah. I just want to know if they're clustered at all.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Okay. It's just important.
You wish, Lauren.
Thank you. I love AoE when they stand near each other.
I mean, who doesn't?
Barnaby, you're a bit of a disappointment. She runs a nail across your chin and scratches along the length of your chin and neck. You will be taking... let me find it. Ooh. She's not going for like a deep cut, so I'd say it's half damage. So that'll be 7/stab, which you put
like
4
a
armor.
cat? What is this?
You take 3 damage doubles, so 6 damage because of your armor.
Okay.
As blood begins to well up down the line of your chin and your neck, and she licks it off you.
I like a drink, but that was gross. And Barnaby is going to try and rip his shirt around where she is holding it.
Make a strength plus strength.
And fan service for this episode has been brought to you.
Yep, there we go. It's in his contract. Make
Take
strength
it
plus strength.
off!
I'm doing it. I'm taking it off. Oh, drum point. No? Was that too late?
Too late.
Okay,
15.
fine.
You manage to tear off a bit of the shirt and stumble back. As you stumble back, she's going to just try and kick you backwards since you went to try and move away. Feel free to make an acrobatics dex roll.
Since I'm like behind him, or like by him, can I just kind of help stop him and catch him?
You can catch him so he went full prone. I'll say you can do that for free. Yep, no, you don't dodge that. So you will take... 20 points of bludgeoning, which is minus your 4 armor, so 16. As you're kicked full force in the chest, you can hear a
I
slight
told you
crack.
guys we shouldn't be fighting her right now.
He didn't dodge with an 18.
Nope. Layla manages to catch you, but you can definitely feel something broke there.
I catch him and I'm like holding Barnaby and I'm like, look, I just wanted to have a chat with you. That's all.
What do you want to chat about? First you reject me, then your girlfriend rejects me.
Yeah, it's called a relationship, a monogamous relationship. We're together. Neither of us want to kiss other people. That's how it works.
That really didn't stop you that night.
I didn't kiss you. You kissed me.
Sure, tomato, potato,
And
potato.
in all fairness, I told Imogen right away.
Then, like, maybe you want to just have another repeat. I don't know.
No, you're psychotic. Listen, all we want to know is some things. We just want to ask you some questions. No one will leave you alone, and you can do whatever it is you want to do with these people.
As she opens her mouth to say something, Brian pipes up. You're not gonna kill
Shut up,
him,
Brian.
son? I
said shut up to him before he even says a single word.
No one wants to listen to you.
Stop. Just no.
I aim the torch at him.
You're obnoxious when you're a human, so it's not
No,
not
the
much.
torch is off. The torch is off, but I pointed at him.
What is that? This is a touch?
Do you want to find out?
Be quiet.
Yeah,
all
Brian, listen to the Slayer for once. What do you want?
I don't know why you turned him. Out of all of the people, I mean, he's got to be the most annoying.
Well, I didn't exactly do, like, an interview or anything. I was like, he looks like a strong guy who might be useful, but instead he turns out to be a complete
Well,
moron.
maybe you should be a little bit more picky about who you choose.
We can get rid of him for you.
fun.
I shrug and point the statement. All right.
What do you want? What are your questions?
Here you go, Imogen. Take it away.
Okay.
What can you tell us about the Watchers Council?
Oh, they're evil. And not in a kind of fun evil way, not in like sex evil, no, not like leather and PVC, kind of that stuffy British evil where they just tell people to do stuff, like really bad stuff.
And what do they do to people that don't stay in line?
Well, I'm here, aren't I? In an undead kind of way.
How did you get here?
Oh, I didn't do what they said, and... Well... Let's just say we had a disagreement, and...
So they turned you into a vampire, or you chose to become one?
I was put in a position from which I had no real other choice.
Rock in a hard place.
Something like that.
Yeah, you still... So, what else would they try?
If you don't stay in line, then you're no use to them. And there can only be one well, normally one Slayer. A Slayer that doesn't do what they say.
Use that title for yourself loosely.
Oh, girl, I slay.
Is that what you describe your fashion sense as?
That's the chick who's wearing second-hand clothing.
And?
Oh, I heard what happened to your house.
And she looks really hot doing so. Just hear that.
Are you like creeping on us?
Vampire.
Oh God, do you like watch us sleep or something? That's just an invasion of privacy. That's not even attractive.
See, for one
Sorry.
moment you were asking interesting questions that, like, I could actually care about, and now...
We got off track.
I
that a
point the
lot.
stick
The Watcher that you
back
killed.
at her and say, "Is this more interesting?"
What was his name?
Just try
Stop,
it for
stop,
us.
No.
The Watcher that you killed. What was his name?
I don't care.
So, why'd you kill him then?
Because he was a watcher.
I suppose that is your MO right now.
Or he was just some guy in a tweed suit who was talking to a watcher. Either way.
What were they talking about?
What's your business? I presume. Anyway, why are you so interested? I thought you were somewhat separate. You went your own way. You were your own woman.
Well, you were just saying what happens to people that don't fall in line.
Are you worried you might be next?
Oh no, I'm confident that we are. So right now we have a mutual enemy. It seems like you have some strange goal to take them out one vampire at a time, one watcher at a time. That seems desperately inefficient.
Well, let me let you in on a little secret.
I do like secrets.
Every time a Slayer dies, another one gets called. And there's one Slayer after another Slayer after another. And after I killed the last one, I realized, there's just going to be another Slayer. Over and over again. And, I've got immortality to think about that. But I don't want to spend my immortality just killing the same boring chick over and over. And Layla is kind of fun. So I decided, wouldn't it be a lot more fun to just kill off the actual people that are evil? The Watchers Council. They use young girls like us. It starts before you're 16. Normally that's the prime age to get turned into a Slayer, but before that, if you're a potential, and they have ways of knowing, They'll control your life. They'll make sure you're trained and in a position for them.
Look, I'm just as rebellious as you when it comes to this kind of shit. I don't have any stake in whatever the hell this Watcher Council wants. And yeah, I know I'm probably going to be on their bad side as well. But it seems like you aren't trying to do... You want to do the right thing. What happened to you?
Well, this thing called death, getting turned into a vampire, not having a soul, kind of messes with your life plans.
We can fix the soul problem.
You can.
Yeah.
I said, what if?
What's it worth to you?
Make a willpower influence roll, Layla. Imogen, do the
So that
same.
is- Can you actually make it for me? Because it's one of those.
Sure,
like,
I
rolls
can do that
I
for
have
you.
to-
Imogen, you need to make one as well.
It's easy when it's the roll that's like in the sheet, but when it's not, I have to like.
Question,
Oh,
do
that's
we have
totally
the attractiveness?
Not for this one.
Didn't think so.
Mine is going to be bad, so I'm
Three,
actually going to spend a drama point on it EE as well.
Okay, so that's plus 16 for you.
Yeah, it's kind of an important roll. So
26 and 9. Okay, so that's one success for Imogen, and for
oh my god,
Layla,
Imogen! What? I did.
7.
I like
Okay.
that we did the complete opposite.
So when you say that, what if you could fix the soul part, what are you going for? Are you intending to entice her with the possibility you might know how to do that for her? Or are you trying to say that something else?
Yeah, I'm trying to entice her with the fact that we might be able to help her with her soul problem.
Okay, so Imogen, she's very intent on Layla right now, so she doesn't really pay attention to what you just said. You could get my soul back.
Potentially. It's something we've been working on.
Oh. I really liked you, Layla. You were a
We
fun
may
slayer.
have done it once.
Who to?
Doesn't matter.
Layla, I'm sorry to hear that. You're such a fun slayer. I liked having you around. Maybe the next one won't be so meddling, though. Brian, kill them. I need you all to roll initiative.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend a drama point on this.
Hey, you haven't gotten to know me. You don't know how fun I am.
Worst initiative.
I might drama this.
24.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm gonna drama it. So I'm also 24.
let me figure this one out. So that's
21 for me.
24,
And earlier
24,
for audio.
21, 3. Okay. And I'm on a 22. Okay. 24. Barnaby. 24. Rob. You on 24?
Definitely going to need help with combat rolls because I don't have any of my macros.
Layla on 21. And Imogen on 3. Considering there's half an hour left and Maggie's unable to really participate in the combat particularly well, I think what we'll do is we'll probably roll it up there and end a little early for today, if that's okay, because there's no way we can really carry out a full combat with Maggie unable to roll and with...
Oh, you can roll for me. Sorry.
Well, it's also we've only got really like half an hour, including the outro, which is going to be tight on a combat, and I do think this is
I
a
don't
combat that's going to be
think
very
it's
key to get information out of, since you're fighting a somewhat a boss character. So I think what we'll do is we'll roll it up early tonight, and we'll continue next week, straight into a fight.
Wait, are you saying we're going to have to fight Charity tonight? For like this next episode? That's insane. Like, we are so not ready for that.
Oh, you can maybe
I
try
guess
and run
that-
away or something, but there's definitely an initiative being rolled here. So... You said a thing! She didn't like a thing. She wants you dead now. You were doing so well.
Balls.
Of course, at first, so it's like, wait, does she want to get her soul? And it's like,
Yeah, I
no
thought
way.
she wanted to get her
If you
soul.
Give her a soul, she's gonna murder us because she can't allow that. Whoops.
Maybe we should give her back her soul then.
In the next 5 minutes?
Well, not for
I'm
next
missing
second.
some key ingredients.
Yep.
Yeah,
So-
golem hearts, I think was one
We're
of
missing a
those.
lot of stuff.
How many of those knocking about?
Yeah, you just need like an orb of Thessala. It's fine. They're just paperweights. Just everyone has them. Right. So we're gonna quickly wrap up here. We'll go record an after show, and we'll continue next week with quite the cliffhanger.
I do have that other orb. It was you kept telling me every episode that it was glowing more and more.
That's still
The Dagon
recharging.
sphere.
The Dagon sphere. Yeah, that's still recharging. It's getting a little bit back
It's
by
not
now.
fully.
No, nowhere near
No,
fully.
that's-
No, it takes a long time. It's meant to be like a one-use kind of dealy, but it does recharge slowly. Yeah, okay. Thank you very much for watching Layla the Vampire Slayer. Things are going to be interesting next episode. We can have a nice full combat with Brian. Enjoy. Guys, Brian's dead. That's fun.
Yeah, it's like maybe we can give him his soul back, but we probably have to murder him right now to survive.
Don't
Also,
worry.
my boyfriend is named Brian, and he's sitting across from me right now in this restaurant, and he's like on his laptop, and when I started yelling, "Shut up, Brian!" He's like, "What?"
Shut up,
That's all.
Brian.
I had to explain to him what was happening, but I wasn't talking.
I kind of want a t-shirt now, like merch that says, "Shut up, Brian." What?
Yes.
So, thank you for watching. Of course, support us over on the Patreon, subscribing here on Twitch, tips and bits. All helps to pay our cast, allow us to buy cat food or replace cacti that we repeatedly kill, pay for pet bills, for vets, all that kind of thing. So thank you so much to everyone for making this show possible, because we like to pay our cast, unlike some shows which are too small, which is fair, or big shows that surprisingly don't pay their cast. So, thank you very much to everyone for that. Right. Announcements, of course, we do have Next Tammon's Temple starting in 2 weeks yesterday. So that's 2 weeks' time on a Saturday, normal time, 6 p.m. BST, 10 a.m. PDT. Maggie will be GMing her first ever non-one-shot. And it's going to be interesting. We haven't announced the players yet, but you can probably guess from the Discord roles who's currently as a player. We'll be rolling out the character reveals as well. I cannot wait to show you some of the characters, because I can't tell you who's in it, but you can
It's
totally
10th
find out.
level, so people can have a lot of intricacies with their characters. It's
Oh
gonna be
god,
fun.
it's so much fun you can do with 10th level, especially since it's not a one-shot. Like, you actually want to build something that's got a little bit background as well. It's so good. So yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. Really looking forward to that, especially to give Maggie her
And I'll have some
first
GM
one-shot.
tier stuff for GM peeps, so keep an eye out for that and help vote on some goodies.
There you go. Right. In which case, let's start with Maggie, who went above and beyond to find internet since her entire area died. Maggie, who are you? What do you do? Where can we find you when it's not in a random cafe?
Even the Starbucks near me didn't have internet. But yeah, I'll keep it short because there's a lot of weird music and I don't want to get us copyrighted. Margaret Code. Just Margaret Code. Find me all the places. Twitch, Twitter, all the things. I do all kinds of stuff. Thank you.
There you go. Lauren, what about you?
You can find me on the internet at Random Tuesday in most places. I stream on my own channel. I also stream over at Geek Space TV, so you can see me there playing and running tabletop RPGs. Generally, Twitter is a good place to follow me for updates and news.
Josh, what about you?
Hi, I'm Josh, and I do things on YouTube and Twitch, and another YouTube channel. So if you want to find me, search Gaming FTL on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and now another channel, Strange Adventures, which I am trying to reboot. Doing fun stuff there. And I try and create a chill atmosphere on Twitch and build fun stuff on YouTube, but that's pretty much me.
Okay. What about you, Bentham? What about you?
So I am Bentham, and my YouTube channel is Mangleport Gaming. It's weird. It's a bad idea. Shouldn't have done that. Splitting your marketing is a bad idea. Having two names just makes things awkward. But I wanted to be Bentham, and there's too many things called Bentham, so I had to do that. Even the Twitter is taken, so I'm at Bentham Plays. But I play lots of Factorio and occasionally other things, like I played some Space Engineers recently with Peach and Sheepdog, and I played Stardew Valley recently with Josh and EE just the other day. Maybe more of that coming up. And
I think we agreed that we're
most
going to be
recently-
Saturdays at 2 p.m., right? BST?
it might become a regular thing.
Good
for
for
a
me.
time.
That's going to be Stardew Saturday with all three of us, maybe even a fourth, but, you know, Apparently Maggie won't wake up because she's lazy. Also,
I
that's fair.
just not next week. The week, all the weeks after that, I'm cool. It's just I can't do 3 shows in a week. It's just too much.
At 6 a.m.?
It's 6 a.m.
It's like
US
6
time.
a.m. for me, so I have to wake up at like 5:30.
8-hour time
We
difference.
can't have US people on if we're doing it at 2 p.m. UK.
It works fine for me if I didn't have 3 shows that day, because then I could just go to sleep after the Cheese Fest one for the Saturday show.
Yeah, so also in Factorio news, I went back to the Clusterio Super 30 server cluster, and they're more than halfway to building a base that can make 60,000 science per minute now, and I just spent 2 hours touring the different servers like, I can't even comprehend the madness.
So cool
Much-
about them.
It's insane. It's very cool. Maybe more streams on that coming when it's done and stuff, and that's me. So EA, what are you doing? Apart from playing Stardew.
I mean, you know, Stardew is fun. I get to run around looking for hot people to give my flower to. You should totally check that out. Saturdays at
And
2
rocks.
p.m. Yeah, I also try to get my rocks off. I need to get them off because they're filling up my inventory. So that helps. So I'm introducing Catch Me over at youtube.com/Andrelissing, where I'm currently playing different games. Gonna be starting up Hearts of Iron again soon. I know I had a little gap there because there were games coming out. Gonna be going back and also playing some really hard mode Frostpunk, continuing Battletech. I may have recorded like 13 episodes and got them backlogged, so I'm good for 2 weeks now. Many of them are more than an hour long because sometimes I get carried away. That's the thing. So yeah, that's great. Also Twitch.tv/Andrelissing, catch me on Thursday nights, UK, and also the Saturdays, and also here on Saturdays and Sundays doing the thing. There you go. Right. Anyway, I'm going to have a quick look at tips, and then we'll go record an after show, which of course you can check out if you have the $5 tier above on the Patreon. So, gonna do the refresh, which will make me log back in, because that's how it works. Or does it? Oh my god, it's so hot, right? What is it?
By the way, today's episode is supported
29.
by Draco Malfoy.
Drago Malfoy!
Draco! Yay! Thank you!
Do all the Slytherins! Wait, that sounded wrong.
I mean, but yeah.
Kind of betrayal
that's
and
fair.
stuff. You know.
So today we had two different tips. We had Vo 5100. Question: if Imogen and someone else get swapped, does Imogen retain her powers in a new body, or does the inhabitant of a body have the powers? I think the inhabitant would have the sorcery, but the occult is a knowledge thing, which would the new person, the Imogen, would still have.
It probably depends on the kind of swap, right?
I guess
Maybe.
it's probably a biological component.
I kind of think it would just be more fun to have someone with sorcery, and Buffy kind of runs on the rule of fun, so...
Oh dear.
If we were playing Shadowrun, yeah, I'd totally rule it that the person in the new body would have the Imogen would still have the component. But since it's Buffy, I'd rule the rule of fun and be like, yeah, figure out having sorcery works for you. Enjoy. Jutnik, $1.61. No, baddie, you evil man. At the break? Oh, because we were plotting evil things. That makes sense. Right, thank you very much for watching. We are... Oh, hello. We might have just had another tip. The Unspeakable Air, $25. Such a nice, wholesome episode. There we go. It was a nice, wholesome episode where holes were poked in Dadbert and people
we
got
get
drunk.
I don't know how wholesome that is.
Underage drunk. I mean, okay.
Drunk.
The bit where you
Almost
went into
bar
the
fight.
cheese wheel. The cheese wheel was wholesome. I gave you 2 bars. The wholesome bar and the unwholesome bar.
I like how that lined up. That was...
Yeah, I'm
I'm
glad that you sent
surprised
the right
by
people.
which people went to the unwholesome one versus who went to the wholesome one.
It was kind of the perfect way around. I'm glad that happened. Also, Layla tried to mug people.
I mean, you say try. Basically,
Who
just...
told me
basically
to
did.
do it? Who told
Actually
me
just
to do it?
Oh, yeah, because you're told to do something that takes the entire blame off you.
He wanted his money back. It's
If your
not
friend told
technically
you to
mugging.
jump out of a window,
Getting
would you?
people to pay the money they owe, right?
But you weren't
Right?
going to give it back.
Violent extortion.
I gave it back, though. That's what matters. What matters is
Eventually.
I actually gave him the money, okay? I was just trying to make a deal for, my cut of it. I basically
Yeah,
did
he said he'd give you 20 quid.
For him. He was charging us 20 quid per drink.
No,
For
he's charging
two
20
drinks.
quid for
So
information.
10 quid per drink. That's insane.
Have you been to some of the bars in London?
Well, don't forget this is 1998,
I haven't.
not in
This
London.
is also 1998, which is like way cheaper than that.
I mean, I don't know. What was it? Like... Actually, it was a few years later I went to
would have
London.
been
Gas
way
used to be like 99 cents in the US in like the 90s, and now it's like $5.
Yeah, at that point, 1 quid pints were a thing.
Yeah, that's true. He's probably charging you double for your pints because you're students as well. Right.
But I'm just saying $5. I'm exaggerating.
Yeah. Right. So we're gonna go record an after show. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll be off. Thank you very much for watching, and may the dice roll ever in your favor. Even if you're trying to tell a vampire she can have her soul back. It was going so well.